It's a duel between the top two teams. $50,000 on the line in Oakville. The PointsBet Invitational Women's Final next.
Run it back. Got it.
Canada, the new champions. A fab, 4 in a row. What started on Wednesday with the Sweep 16 down to the Elite 8th, and the semifinal 4 is now down to just 2. It's the women's final of the PointsBet Invitational coming up here at 16 Mile Sports Complex. We got here yesterday, the final 4, and it is the number 2 seed Rachel Homan against number 6 Christina Black out of Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, the reigning Nova Scotia champion, who had earlier in the event taken out the number 3 Jennifer Jones. Now she got Homan 4 in the second, and then here it's back. That'll be 3 more, and she was rolling early as she went on to a 10-5 win. The other semifinal featured the number 1 seed, 4-time Canadian champion Einarson against the number 4 Caitlin Laws. This was really a game of steals because Einarson stole 5 points, but here with this, she actually gets a couple with the last rock. And she would go on to win it, setting up this battle of 1 against 2. Final score 8-3. So you have 1 against 2. This is what they were seeded for, and it turns out and works out the top 2 teams. As on this a Sunday afternoon, we do say hello, Canada, and welcome back to 16 Mile Event Center. Kathy's here, Russ is here. Glad you are here. The one thing you notice about Einarson is the relentless pressure that she puts on.
Yeah, I mean, the shot selection is unbelievable, but the shot making's even better. This event, it's unbelievable. We know they're tough to beat when they've got hammer because Einarson's got that hitting ability. This week, they're unbelievably off the charts with the steals. They can get the rocks in such good positions down the middle that Homan's going to have trouble getting to the button.
All right, let's meet this 4-time defending Canadian champion, and they hail from the Gimli Curling Club. It's brought to you by Home Hardware. Here's how. Carrie Einarson, the skip, and backed up, of course, we know Brianne Harris, Shannon Burchard, and Val Sweeting. You know that old adage in curling, it's a skip skate. Well, yeah, to a point. But really, to be the best, you need a supporting cast all the way through.
And what a great example on this Rachel Homan team. Rachel off having a baby a month ago. Well, they brought in Heather Nedwin, and this team won the Saville shootout. When she came back, she got so much support. She shot 100% in her first game. Rachel Homan's good, but her team is really helping her out. All
right, let's meet this 3-time Canadian champion skip of Rachel Homan from the Ottawa Curling Club, with Rachel Homan skipping, and Sarah Wilkes, Emma Miskew, and Tracy Fleury at third, and that's the big change. Fleury is throwing third. It is Homan who throws fourth and skips the team. That's our battle, 1 against 2, when we come back to Oakville.
The 2023 PointsBet Invitational is brought to you in part by PointsBet, the official sports gaming partner of Curling Canada, by BKT Tires, growing together, by Montana's Barbecue and Bar, Canada's home for barbecue, and by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada.
Well, you couldn't ask really for much better. The top 2 teams, 1 and 2 seeds, Canadian champions, both ready to battle for this $50,000 that'll go to the winning team. And the odds tracker is brought to you by PointsBet, the official sports gaming partner of Curling Canada. by 1.5. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think that the fact that it's that close tells you how strong both these teams are. Carrie Einarson is the defending champion and also has been playing a lot more, although Rachel Homan was 100%. 1.5 is about a good bet.
And you got to give it to get it. So Homan has the early advantage as well. She has won the draw to the button, and so she will have the hammer playing the red stones at first. You made the point earlier that they won that Saville shootout with Heather Nedouin at skip. Of course, Heather is a two-time Canadian champion. I think, though, that for me the bigger story here is the fact that they've elected to just have Homan skip and throw fourth stones. Last year, it looked to me to be a little bit awkward. I thought, Russ, they appear to be getting in their own way as Homan tried to throw that fourth stone and play a game that she wasn't calling.
I can't agree more. The last two shots are Homan's. She has to be able to see the lines. You heard her talk about all the time, we can't figure out the lines, we can't figure out the lines. Plus she's brushing, that's physically tough. You've got to get back, get your heart rate down. And Tracy now gets to learn her position and get better and better at that without the clutter that we had before. And I would argue with Homan brushing, it was like she was a backseat driver for most of the season.
So getting us underway, throwing the lead stones for Carrie Einarson out of Gimli, Manitoba, Brianne Harris.
And this is the first time in this event, Vic, that the teams get to choose the stones that they play with. So from anywhere in the sheet, and it's interesting, when you look at Rachel Homan's team, they got what Carrie didn't want. By being the top seed, Carrie had the choice of color. She chose yellow, and I think she chose yellow because she not only played Zimmerman and won, but she played Caitlin Laws in the semifinal on C yesterday. Most of her stones are from C, and Coach Reed Carruthers won last night with C, so they have a lot of experience with those stones. Rachel Homan, on the other hand, took most of them from A. That was a win over Isabelle Ladouceur the other day in a game which they played a wide variety of shots.
Yep. No. Whoa.
Sarah Wilkes.
Whoa. Lean. Yep.
Celebrating the birth of daughter Lennon just 4 months ago. Congratulations. All right, let's take a look at the keys to the game, and we'll start with Carrie Einarson.
Well, find the touch. It's a pretty tricky sheet later in the game with the frost coming in and getting a little slower down the center. So it's up to Einarson to make those big draws when she has to. So speed control is all important for her, and nothing deep because of that. It's way better ice to hit on here this week than it is to draw. So if you keep them high, you can raise them.
Right to it. Gotta go to it. Hard. Gotta go for it. Gotta go. Go. Yep. Okay. Okay. 9-7.
That lose the shooter out the back. All right, the keys now for Rachel Homan.
Well, Homan's hits, we all speculated didn't play the first because of the birth. She's coming out a little rusty. This is her first spiel. She goes out against New Brunswick in her first game and makes across the sheet feather double, and she hasn't looked back. The hitting has just been off the charts for her, so that could be the difference here. And too hot for flurries, Vic. It is hot outside, but Tracy Fleury has to keep up the number 1/3 this week, Val Sweeting.
5-6.
Keys to the game are brought to you by Cashmere Bathroom Tissue. Nothing feels like cashmere. All right, to Russ's point, Kathy, if it is a hitting game and you've got two good hitters here, who do you think which team has the advantage?
Oh boy, that is a tie. These are two of the best hitters, and when you look at the skip position in particular, they are both drawn to that as their out. They're not drawn to playing the draw. They want to play the hit. And so what will be most interesting for me is in the latter part of this game, because if there is a tie, it is a draw to the button, is when do the tactics change so that both Rachel and Carrie have the opportunity to throw a draw?
Yeah, we watched that last night, wasn't it? It wouldn't, if you just knew you're going into that draw to the button, you'd love to have a practice draw during the game at some point.
Wait, Ted. Easy. Nice weight. Yours held the weight, so it was.
As mentioned, it started on Wednesday, this PointsBet Invitational, second edition. We had 16 women's, 16 men's teams. You have to play a minimum of 8 And there's the big change. That's the 19 minutes, 38 minutes of thinking time, but 19 per half and 1 timeout per half, and you can't carry it over. The winning team earns the grand prize of $50,000. And as we saw last night in both men's games, extra ends, no. If we're tied after 10, we'll have a draw to the button for the money.
Okay. Feel. You got it, Em.
There should be a bet.
So at this point, both teams have won $26,000.
Yeah, I like that. 50 grand for 4 victories. Where do you find that?
Nowhere. It's incredible.
Strong. Same thing. Yeah.
So each of the teams, 16 women, 16 men, received $5,000 seed money to cover their expenses to play in the event. And then if you won, you added 3, and won again, you got 6. You win the final 4, you got 12. And this final win will be worth $24,000 to bring the winner's purse to 50.
Okay, line's fine. It's going to come down a bit because it's crossing into a different path. Line's good. Line's good. We're 3. We're 2, broom. Nice toss. Good, good. Good job. Nice, Val. Good shot.
Quite a few of the teams would go around this, but that's not Rachel's style. Nothing wrong with it. You two choices. We already talked about the strength of both teams. Rachel, she'd be quite happy to win this game 1-0.
Yep, it's good. Yep. Hard. Good.
I expect a good one out of Tracy Fleury, Kathy. She's 4% below Val, which isn't a ton, and there's not a lot of data, but she's a big game player.
The thing is that she's had to change her preparation, Kathy.
Yes.
To be a third. She said it's been a little challenging, to say the least. It's a different way to train if you're a third.
Oh, it is for sure. There's a huge sweeping element. And I think that last year when the decision was that Rachel would sweep, it was about trying to be, comforting, if you will, to Tracy Fleury to get the most out of her. And she was used to calling the game. But then they realized that it just was very unsettling. It didn't fit. It didn't feel good. And so that's why Tracy is now throwing third. And she's a great rock thrower. But there's a huge adjustment. We talked about it yesterday. When you sit in a hack as a skip, you're used to your heartbeat being slow. When you've just finished sweeping as a third, it's completely different. You have to manage your accelerated heart rate.
5 Scotties appearances for Tracy Fleury.
5 all the time first, you think so? Yeah, 5.
Just one shot away from going to the Olympics.
Yeah, that's it. She lost to Jennifer Jones in those 21 trials.
Full game speed here.
Nice throws. Thanks. Should feel similar to yesterday.
Tell me, Kathy, the difference, because I've never been in this position. Someone calling my game, expecting me to throw something, as Homan did last year with Fleury skipping the team and calling the shots.
It's just so difficult if you're used to being in control of the game. As a skip, a lot of your choices, we talk about this all the time. Russ and I can look at an end and have a completely different view because we realize with strategy, there's not 100% right, 100% wrong. There's based on what you're going to make, based on what you want to leave yourself. So when you have somebody calling the game for you, it's calling how they feel it should go, but it might force the last rock thrower into something that they're not particularly comfortable with. This way, Rachel can set up the end to leave the last shot to be what she wants to throw.
How are you throwing it?
Straight through. Let's not do anything too crazy.
Some things never change, aren't they?
Yeah.
How you throwing it? Straight through.
Little big. Clean. Weight's good. Clean. Let it curl. Whoa. Let it curl. Okay. Throw 8-7. Nice shot.
Roll over here. Yeah. Change it a bit.
Her other option is a bit of a set, and and back to David Murdoch's theory, one release would make a lot more sense in my opinion, and that's straight through. Nobody slides closer to the brim than Rachel Homan. That straight through natural release is the way to do it.
For sure. Nice one. Nice.
8-7.
Now roll this into a spot you might catch your opponent. It maybe I'd go to the outturn side here, out wide, where it's a wee bit straighter on the outturn side.
Speed's good. 9. Clean.
Carrie Einarson and her last as we play here in 1.
Yeah. Or even a little high side. Yeah, a little bit for little roll.
Well, a little bit of roll, but
8-7. Quarter on the rock.
Quarter on the rock and just straight through. It doesn't do anything.
Shouldn't do much.
No.
Okay. Sounds good.
Terry just threw a lightweight.
Yeah. It was a 9 and ran pretty straight, eh?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, right.
I think a straight through is good enough here.
Okay. Okay.
looking for the flank.
Yeah, really gotta go.
Picked up early, and it's a big scrub. Wilkes and miscue. Staying with it, don't want to give it away here, and they'll hold it for her. Away it goes, and that's the first blank for both teams the entire event. It's the women's final of this second PointsBet Invitational from Oakville, 16-mile sports complex on a beautiful Sunday afternoon. Blank the first, and so that means that Rachel Homan once again will have last draw. She has the hammer playing the red stones. No fooling around now. We've got a bit of a stagger out front, and around goes Einarson with the second stone of Brianne Harris.
Sarah's intern come around was just a little light, so you're right, it's game on here now. They're calling for a freeze or a little bit of a tap. I'd be tempted to throw a little more weight here. Try to get this yellow rock well back, get it into the 8-foot, 12-foot, and you have more room to score. Even if you wreck, you're wrecking on your own. Good things can happen.
Curl. It's gonna curl. Curl. Whoa. Curl.
Bounce this back, get it out of that 4-foot.
Great shot, Sarah.
That's exactly what the skipper wanted.
They could have seen of us. Yeah. That ran so much. Good sweep. Definitely picked. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, if you make an adjustment, it's going to be hack. So, like,
Yeah.
real nice throw.
Are we shot?
So they think it picked something.
Low
Yeah,
14.
out of her hand, I think.
Tapped that pretty good. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
She saved it. Beautiful throw. That's just so hard because you lose your concentration, and then you got to decide if you can get it out of there by shaking it like Reed Crothers did the other night. But then sometimes you throw a little extra weight, and now that it's been dislodged, you throw it through the rings.
We're not just to it. Okay, line's good. We're light now. Hard. Weight's good. We're there. We're to it. We're gonna lose in line a bit. Can you curl it? Curl it.
Yeah, you have
Curl,
room.
curl, curl,
Little
curl, curl,
tap,
curl,
tiny
curl,
tap.
curl, curl. Good.
Wow,
That's
look
good.
at that. Actually gets across the nose.
It's more glidey after yours, yeah.
It looks like it wants
Shannon Burchard.
no, good eyes.
Top 8? Yep, just. Okay, that was a 15-2.
Right around the door out of the button path. That's why the teams are so precise here. Yeah, to get to the inside's a bonus factor. You can't do anything with that if you're Homan.
Weight's good. Looks like it's tapping.
It's going to be that hair faster now.
Good for tapping. Okay. Coming down. Okay, go ahead.
Jennifer Jones at 70% as well, and Jones, as mentioned, went out early.
Take a look. I think you're bouncing.
Went out in the Elite 8 to Christina Black.
Yikes. Can you get to the nose?
You don't have to lift
You
it.
have enough to make that?
You could even make it with bumper
Yeah,
Shannon.
it's pretty much edge on edge. There's no
What
air,
kind
but
of
I
weight
think
do you
it'll
like?
curl past the guard of hair.
Do you like bumper? We don't have
Hey?
to
Yeah.
with both of them.
Yeah. Do you like this bump? Or do you want to make sure we're getting rid of one for sure?
Yeah, so I'm thinking like here.
Okay.
The lighter the weight, the better here, because you kind of like to keep your shooter right there. Any extra speed, you might jam it onto that beautifully buried rock that Shannon put in there.
It's good. 10.
Burchard, great opportunity here for Einarson to make a short angle
Gotta really
double.
Curl, keep going.
Sweeting on it, staying with it.
Keep going.
What do you got? Have you got it? Oh, you're not going to get 2. You'll get the back one. And for the moment, Einarson sitting 2.
I thought it might come down in a fresh path, if anything, but it...
9.6, that's pretty firm. You got a great shot for throwing it that hard. Any lighter, that would have been made perfect. Time to bail for Homan, though.
9-6. Okay, just solid then. Maybe get that over there.
Might be able to run this tighter red Homan rock right into the yellows.
Go, faster. Come on. Really gotta go.
It's close. Oh, really good.
And going to get 1. And now leave that center guard in front. That belongs to Einarson. And they continue to hit the deuce.
Good shot.
Sorry about your first. Good throw.
Old team steal here if they can roll this in behind.
Oh, good.
Nice shot.
Wing's good.
Turn.
Bell Sweeting.
Yep.
Wing's good.
Hard. Hard.
Keep going. Hard.
Whoa.
Hard. Whoa.
Clean.
Whoa.
Yep.
Whoa.
Roll it.
Great shot.
Nice.
Oh, now it's 3. They've got Homan chasing.
You can't steal against these top world-class teams without a lot of precision all the way through the lineup, and that's what you're seeing in end number 2 here from Einarson.
I think it also goes to the point we've made,
Pardon? Straight back.
not only in this event, but
Low is okay.
prior events, Kathy. You go, if you're going to go early when the ice is the best. And we know there has been some frost issues late, and there's likely going to be a little bit maybe today. It's going to be tricky because of the warm weather outside. So this is when these kind of delicate shots can be made.
No, for sure. And I also completely understand why we ran it up and down the first end, because after watching last night, they wanted to make sure that they knew what they're dealing with. But
Really good. Good shot.
this is the time to go.
So they leave their shooter out in front. They get rid of 1 of the Einarson Stones. Interesting. Now it's a little bit of an overlap here, an angle. Can you get to that to make red onto yellow?
Yes, you can. Rachel can raise the red onto red, which works. Einarson has the choice where you can chip that out, but that takes away your steal chance, really. So they're going to stay on the offense. That's what they've done all week. Real quick here now.
Clean, little bit.
2. Want to go a bit?
Little bit, yeah.
Go if you have to.
Yep. Line's good.
Line's
You
good.
have to. No, line's good.
Line's
Line's
good.
good. A little higher.
Yep.
Little higher than your room.
Gotta go. Gotta go.
A little bit. Yep.
Yep.
Good. Good sweep.
Good shot.
Nice spot. Good.
Does Rachel
Nice
play the
lead.
red one?
Good. Probably this one? Yeah. Same thing. Same piece. Okay.
This
Yeah,
flips
just
the
low.
end one way or the other. If you stick this, you've got 2 red in there.
You got it.
One of them might even be shot rock.
Roll low
If you
is okay.
miss it, how do you get to the button?
Got to come across the nose just a little bit.
Just a hair, eh?
Yeah.
It's close. No. Well, it's going to curl. Yep.
Tracy Fleury.
Hard.
Sarah Wilkes, have you got this lined up?
Real good.
Oh, real good. You bet. Gorgeous. As that raised rock will spill out into the open on that outturned side, but it is the shot rock 4-foot tee line.
Oh, really good shot. That was kind of an all or nothing. A little unfortunate this kicked out in the open. Beck, it could have stayed buried.
I know why it was so hard to pick one or the other. Who's the better of the hitting teams, Kathy? You know? Wow.
That was a trick question you asked me.
Well, that's what I'm here for. Make you look good.
That's what it is. Victor.
It's still partly undercover. Taking it. Oh, really? Just assume they tap it.
You got it.
Freeze a great call if you get in there, even if you over curl it, sink it.
And
in that realm should be close.
We are wider out in
Yeah.
a different path.
Should still be okay. 14-3 should be really close then, Carrie.
Yeah. Okay.
Just a hair more than they draw the button weight. It's out wider. If it hits a little bit of the fresh pebble, it'll curl into the good stuff, so they should be able to drag it.
Clean. T-line. I like the weight. Clean. Little bit. T. Weight's good. Yep. Line only. Yep.
Skip Stone's here in two. Einarson with her first. Burchard backs away.
Yep. Whoa.
Now got her again.
It was clean. Yep.
Looking for that freeze down to shot rock. T-line 4-foot. Now Harris, late licks, push it. And there'll be second shot and third shot.
Didn't finish.
Nice weight. That's good.
Oh, golden weight.
Yeah. Sorry, it just came in a little straighter than I was anticipating.
Yeah.
Nice throw. I was going to yell curl right after the hot
Yeah,
line.
well, it
Just
was
get
so
to go.
close. Like,
Yeah.
it just straightened out. Nice weight.
Thanks.
Oh, that looks
Just
real.
It
yeah,
doesn't look that
looks
bad
real.
from down here.
Sorry?
It looks pretty like natural from down here.
Through that hole?
Yep.
The wrong way? Like this?
Oh, the other, like tap our red. Out turn, tap on our red.
That's a wild guess on weight and line.
Okay.
Just guard this?
Sure.
They've got this.
Got what?
They've got this draw here.
Okay. Well, we should be able to use the red then.
Okay.
How high do you want it?
So it was so important for Einarson to get shot rock there, because Rachel can just guard it now.
Still be able to tap it. Okay.
If it was curled a little more, you'd sit two buried and one almost frozen. Just
Well,
didn't finish.
Sorry, Russ. How often, Kathy, do you say you can't take away everything?
You can't.
Because they've already seen that they could do the in-turn draw to the 4-foot on the other side.
I like this.
No, you have to decide what you feel that they're going to likely make or what's going to leave you in the worst position.
It's really close.
It's just not easy.
A little sticky out here. Just a touch.
Two. Okay, hold the line a bit if you can. Yep, hold it out there. One. Yep, gotta hold the line. It's good.
Yep.
Over the line a bit. One. Yep.
Just diving.
It's curling hard.
Yep.
Okay, I don't. It's got to
Hard
jump.
tap bars? It's not there. It's just a one. Okay.
What happened?
Oh, wow. It looks like it got out in the frost, but there shouldn't be any frost this early in the
Ask
game.
her about the line. The weight was great.
Yeah, she said line was good out of my hand. A mountain up there?
Maybe.
And that's why it's a tough shot early when you haven't played a lot out there. It's a guess.
Yeah, I thought it'd be fairly normal, Kathy, because it's so early in the game, but it just, maybe she just underthrew it.
Just because it's kind of inside the straight path.
Yeah, love it.
Well, how often do we say, unlike the
Yeah, sounds good.
the olden days, when you practice, Kathy, everybody would have a responsibility to take parts of the sheet. Now it's always about the draw to the button.
Yes.
It really has changed everything about the pre-game practice because having hammer is such a massive bonus that you just don't want to risk not using all of your opportunities to figure out paths.
The only shot I've seen Carrie miss here this week is this shot here, where she's overthrown it a few times.
Pretty good.
And this is to our point
11-5,
earlier
11-8.
when we
Yep.
first joined you.
Whoa,
This
whoa,
pressure that she
whoa,
puts
whoa.
on teams has resulted in more points stolen so far
Whoa.
and scored with the last draw. Now there you go, bump, and move it far enough, and look at that, 1, 2, and 3. So that's what will face Rachel Homan with her last.
12. Yeah, weight was good. Good. Yeah. Nice shot. Weight
It
was
looks
good.
like they wanted to and then it just got straight into the road.
Good shot.
I thought I would grab it, but
You figured the spot out. It was earlier in the week. It was the swingier of the two turns.
If you touch this, you still get it?
Yep. Okay. You got it.
If they'd just been able to get a little more curl on the thrown rock, Rachel would be in major trouble. But there's a bit of an avenue here. You can chop off that top rock that was just thrown by Carrie. Just throwing a decent amount of weight, Kathy. It's,
I think we need 11 to make it.
you could,
Just through the house.
Okay, do you want a bit
Yeah,
more
I
then?
think hack's too much.
you could even draw here.
That's where she had, and she didn't even hit it through.
Okay.
It's 2 rocks, but
Okay. How do you think it's going to run?
hers didn't curl very much.
Okay. How are you throwing it?
Keep it there.
Okay. Okay.
Interesting how they analyze everything. It's about the number of stones down the path. She said just a couple of rocks. Weight appears to be up a little bit. And
Curl, can you tap?
miscue. Uh-oh. And this is going to be a big miscue. Another one. Look at that. 3 more stolen points. It's all about the pressure and responding to it. And right there, Rachel Homan could not. Used to be an old TV show back in the day called It Takes a Thief. And the thievery has begun. Einarson with a steal of 3 in the second. And once again, Rachel Homan will have the last rock. So in goes Einarson, as you might expect. Corner goes up. Then they come in again. And now around the corner with the lead stone of Sarah Wilkes. Kathy, how does this change? I know it's early. It's only the third. But how does that change the strategy or the game plan for Rachel Homan?
Well, it forces her to be more aggressive than maybe she wanted to be. If you give up a steal of 1, that's not so bad. But with 3, she needs to make sure that she's got an opportunity for her 2. And so you will see the corner guards in play for sure.
And that was the first steal given up by Homan in her, now this is her 4th game, so 3 games previous.
And not just a steal of 3. And Team Einarson's backing up our opening, Kathy. They've now scored 20, stolen 20 points. They've only played 3 1/4 games. Stolen, and they've scored with Hammer 16. They'd rather not have Hammer.
Keep going. Okay. Great weight.
Now, by the same token, I'm going to, that was a makeable shot, was it not?
Yeah, for sure. And and it's really, really easy from up here. But I hated the ice choice there, Kathy. They were into the slower area, not where the draw the button was. They tried to throw like a board weight at that. All the other shots coming in there were either draws or just slight tap backs. The guards weren't in play if you'd taken the draw or a tap back ice. And I don't think Rachel was narrow. I think she just hit a fresh spot and away it went.
Just trying to be too fine then, Kathy, to simplify it?
Well, yeah, and the thing is that with this little bit of frost coming up and when it's still early in the game, don't forget our first end didn't really break down a whole lot of paths. It was a lot of hitting. And so when you're venturing out in the unknown, sometimes in the same path that you've thrown is easier to predict.
Yeah, if you want to play it across.
Nice little roll there to get a couple tucked somewhat behind that corner guard. Showing more on the out-turn side. Shannon Burchard.
No. Miss ours.
You don't want to get your own on the button here.
Curl. Oh.
And drives it through and then leaves the corner there still, albeit Einarson color.
But it's still guarding both those. A huge opportunity here.
Okay. I'd say your last one was a hair down. Okay. So
that
that's
might run better
same
now.
kind of weight?
Yeah.
I think it'll run better. Throw maybe a foot less?
No, that's good.
Okay, you got it, Em.
Yeah, it's really hard to get those reds.
The guard actually may be in a better spot than it was.
Yes.
Yeah. Hard. Yeah. Same weight. Hard.
Fresh pebble again.
Light.
Hack. Whoa. Let me go. Curl.
Wilkes
Curl.
will take over from Fleury.
Curl.
And now watch the roll. Oh, goodness. There's 3 under there now.
Okay.
Wow.
That's impressive.
But that wasn't the plan. That was just underthrowing down the slower area.
If John Morris is watching this, thinking back to what year was it when you stuck 3 underneath? The trials of what?
Oh, he got the 4 coming home.
Yeah.
01, I think.
I think so, yeah. Just before Salt Lake, yeah. The trials of 01, when Russ, against the reigning Canadian World Junior Champions of Morris, put 3 or 4 underneath one guard.
Yeah, 3 Baron got it for you.
Yeah, here we go. Trying to open things up.
Get something.
No, he's going to get something. There's one. Will go.
Okay, that's good.
And it'll bump one back. Guard now is over a little tighter to the center line, but did touch them all.
Two things that are a little different this week for me watching is the amount of steals, but the amount of runbacks by the men, the women. It doesn't matter who's throwing them. It's just an amazing success rate on the run. But that was a long one too.
We could draw there though.
Yeah, we could just throw Wade and set 3 too.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
I'm worried they do that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a high guard.
Try and lock that. Okay.
Yeah, that might set up a double though. I'd be tempted this early in the end, Kathy, to keep some separation with the Reds. Tapping this frozen is a wonderful thought, but
you could set up a double pretty easy.
Line only. 9. Line only. 9. Yep. Whoa. 10. Whoa. 10.
Tracy Fleury.
Carol, we're not on it.
Helping it over.
Keep going, Em. Keep going.
Weight's really coming down.
And it just wouldn't curl up.
Feel good.
And so Angle bumped to the pin.
they didn't leave an easy double, but it was just too hard a shot.
Okay. Yeah.
I think so.
Yep. Yeah.
Throw here.
Can I have the other turn? I feel like it's going to be more predictable than this one.
Yeah. I like this turn.
Okay. I don't. Sure.
But.
Yep. No. If you know. Yeah. I'm good with that.
All right, Kathy, you have to help out here. One, the skip wants this turn, and your thrower says, "I'd like the other one," and now you have to cede, of course, to the skipper. What's the difference?
Well, I think that for Carrie, she sees how much room there is to roll. You can roll in front of the stone that is on the center. You can roll away underneath the guard. There's so many more places to roll. And if it gets out with the turn that Val was suggesting, it can just float out there and you don't have another option.
Whoa.
Okay, that's good.
That works. They just bust so hard that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was more curl on the turn Val ended up throwing, so she wanted to throw the straighter turn.
Probably heavy, huh? Because if you touch this, it's got to go.
Yeah. Do you like board?
Sure.
Okay.
You got it, Tracy.
Lots of curl here, too.
This is good ice, Trace.
Yeah.
Just board. It's up to speed.
That's good.
Board, heavy.
Let me know.
No,
there, no.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hard.
What's she saying?
Hard.
Crazy Fleury.
Shooter, take the shooter.
Watch now. And the raised rock will spin.
That's good.
Sitting for second shot.
Good throw, Trace. That's good.
Just appears Homan is sitting one. Top edge of the 4.
They yelled a little wide on that one. It's still over curled.
It's finished hard. Wait, close on that?
Hard to tell.
Double. That's the only way of getting 3 down.
Yeah. Like I don't.
Okay, we're 1-2.
Maybe. But they're hitting. So.
Yeah.
Not gonna be able to get that perfect.
Roll in front of it. It's
Can't leave her
tough. Like we're shot rock.
Yeah, go for the roll buried, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like there with it 10.5. Should come up here.
I think their thought process here, Kathy, would be maybe nose it, because if you roll over a little too far, you set up a yellow double. And then there's Holmes hitting 3 with hammer. You only got 1 rock left.
If you roll underneath, it's great. But
Yes.
you're right, Russ, if you don't.
Right. Yeah, it's
Roll under the guard.
Sticking there might be the
it's not horrible.
better option.
It kind of eliminates that 3rd rock,
Okay, sounds good.
unless Rachel makes a thin double.
Closer to 9.
10.
Skip Stone's here in 3.
Whoa.
Terry Einarson leads it 3-0 after that steal in 2.
Hard. Yes, hard.
Brianne Harris.
Whoa.
Leaving going to get this roll underneath it. Roll it.
Go,
Oh, a little bit more and just won't get there.
10-1.
Probably needed a good stone and a half roll.
Just about.
That's okay. Wait, it was close. Yeah.
I like the fact it underrolled.
Kind of low, too.
Shoot. Yeah, just straight on that side.
Yeah.
Nice throw.
I don't want to be in the way of that. I thought we sat in front of it.
Draw one.
It's a little junked up back there, too. I mean, how do you deal with
Wild
this
guess
red
over
and not
here.
catch something?
That's a pretty good shot if you can just tuck a little.
This doesn't really do much for us.
No.
Okay. Yeah. Kind of edge on edge.
I didn't
Yeah,
know if we
tuck
could
a little
throw
piece.
hack and like roll here.
Can't be shot. He kind of opens
And then
it
they
up
just
with-
freeze to here and the end's over.
Yeah.
I like this. Top 4.
Yeah, if we can make it.
Yeah.
If it's hanging, it's heavy, we can try
Yeah,
to
I
trap
got
off
some,
of
we
something.
got some options with it.
What do you like for ice? Seems to be curling, eh?
I like that.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
are. Just we can't sit second with the hit.
Where are we going?
You like a 14?
Where are we going?
Not quite that much.
Top 4?
Top 4.
Are you
Yeah, touch the
surprised?
floor,
I
like
mean,
edge on edge with the
that
yellow
that
straight
stone center line top 8,
goes into
Kathy,
your
is
yellow
available.
thing,
Are you
yeah.
surprised they're not playing some hit and roll on it? I know, as they said, they can't be nose hit. It's not going to give them a second shot. Not even sure a roll would. But are you surprised they're not eliminating?
Get a 14 and a half.
Not really, because on one hand, it's a really great stone for Carrie Einarson to use, but on the other hand, if you hit that, it doesn't really get you anything. And if you happen to roll to the right, Carrie comes around and either hits or locks on the back one, and now you're chasing.
Okay.
Yeah, run out of scoring area. I like this call. A little surprised because it gets it to Rachel Luzzi looks at the hits. But you're sitting too buried if this is executed.
Yeah, line.
10. Where?
Almost
8.
through.
Okay, close. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, line.
Line only.
Whoa, whoa.
Maybe
whoa,
because
really
what happened in the
Close. Yeah. We're
second, she's up the weight here.
8.
Whoa, still there. It's got to sit.
Needs to sit.
Don't line up their yellow, red, red.
Oh, she'll draw in. There's at 2. Did you hear a 10 though? When
I
they,
did. What a great example of how much it comes down. This is a very experienced set of sweepers, and it went from 10 to 8 to wound up with a 7.
So 10 being the back of the 12. So
It took edge from my guard. I think it's just like a mount. If you took the other turn.
Okay. Normal.
The only real danger here is doing that and clipping it this way, and then it's a hit for 4. So obviously, Team Einarson knows that. Once Val knows that it's going this way, keep sweeping it. Even if you over-roll it into this area or this area, you're safe. You cannot cross this. Don't know whether can you get it thin enough to make the red double, Kathy?
I thought that a little bit maybe.
How much are you trying to hit?
Yeah,
close.
Right on
Close.
center line. Right on center. Yeah.
Thin.
I think you'll get a little bit of finish here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I agree.
Just normal.
You got it.
Have a touch less. Yeah.
Right on.
final stone for the 4-time Canadian champion Carrie Einarson facing a couple. Looking for a short angle roll. Rays on shot rock. Harris has got her and must go. Still go. Has to go. Watch this. Oh, wonderful. Pushes it through. And they sort of roll over together, side by each.
Oh, any more curl and it ticks out that yellow. Really good throw.
Sorry, there's a double, but it's only for 2.
I was a little careful with it.
Watch how close this gets to the red hitting the yellow right there.
Great line call, too, huh? Sweeting.
Yeah. Yes. Very patient.
No, I like that.
This isn't as easy as it looks either.
Okay.
Straighter side, but a little bit of pebble here.
This looks like a lot of ice, you guys.
What do you think, Em? You threw it.
I think this is close.
How are you throwing it?
I'll keep it there.
Okay.
Oh, we're on the set of line, so we got to
Take a
cross
little
it.
less if you want to keep it there.
Shot stone is partially covered. Top 8 foot. Final
Weight's
stone.
good. Clean. Little light. Clean. Whoa. Weight's good. Clean it.
Looking at a couple here if she can make this. Remove shot rock and sit there.
Whoa. Yeah.
Right to it.
Yes.
Got it.
It's cute.
Yep.
Stay in there. Stay with it. And very nice.
2.
Great response by Homan. Responds to the pressure this time. And back and forth we go. You got a second chance. Make the most of it. Canada, say hello to your new champions from Manitoba. It has to be the shot rock, and it will go too far, and it will be a second straight Canadian championship. And it'll be 3 straight Canadian championships. Carrie Einarson, Team Canada. Bang, and count them up, 5, and it is a fab 4 in a row for Team Canada. Yeah, a remarkable run, and they'll be back as Team Canada, of course, in February. The Scotties in Calgary, and they'll also represent Canada again at the Pan-Continental this year to be played in Kelowna. Carrie Einarson, and as we've said before, all the teams, all the top teams, they never stop looking for something that will give them the edge. And it's all about that consistency, the adding the up weight, Kathy, anything that would just give them a little bit of advantage.
Well, in a world where right now we're talking about trying to minimize any moving parts in the delivery, Russ and I were talking at the break about Rachel Homan sitting in the hack on her last shot and saying, I want to throw this to keep it there. And she threw a lot of extra rotation so that it would ride that line for longer. That is a very specific skill set, and it really served her well.
Yeah, no kidding. We were talking about why not just take more ice, but there was a guard out there, and that's, by throwing it the way she did, it kind of took that out of her thought process.
Exactly.
A little light, I thought. How's line?
Weight's close.
That was a huge shot. It's 4-0.
Curl.
Not much to choose between them over the course of time.
Is it by?
Homan with the
by.
1 win advantage so far.
9.
Well, it's on it. Whoa. Go by. Hard.
I got it.
Pretty heavy.
I got it.
Okay, that's fine.
And it'll spin and roll away. First time in the game that it's Einarson with the last rock. So in the new year, this is our season of champions. The Scotties, Calgary. The Montanas, Briar. Welcome to Montanas in Regina. Women's Worlds will be in Sydney, Nova Scotia, and the Men's Worlds in Schaffhausen, Switzerland.
Little hair more. Oh, that's good.
2.5. Same spot?
Yeah.
Okay, you got
Just
it.
a hair more ice. Okay, split center, 2.5.
It's crazy at this level with ice this good when you go around, in this case Einarson behind the button. It just causes that team fit. To get out that red Homan rock out of there is going to take some dancing.
Little more. Okay. Good suit, Tracy.
I think we get that off the can.
Run it
Want
back.
to give that a go?
Yeah, I think so.
Right on the nose.
That was telling, I thought, just Sarah Wilkes to Tracy. Good sweep there, Tracy, because it's something that she has to be more involved with now, throwing the third stone. Shannon Burchard.
Yep.
Last of the second rocks here in 4. Harris. Got it. Run it back. Oh, how good, how good, how good is that?
Jeez.
Good call.
This is such a good hitter.
Just finished saying it's going to cause them fits, and to not only picked it clean, because there's the only way you're going to get it out of there, but let's make the double on the way by.
Cause them hits. That's just, then that's to my point, Kathy, about looking to add something.
Well, I didn't take my grip off either. That didn't help.
Yeah. That's a smiley.
Boy, does that flip it around.
7. Yep. Gotta get by. 8.
It's a very, very aggressive play here by Rachel Homan.
Why so?
Well, you look at the yellow in there. They're all raisable. We know what just happened.
Wilkes, and they won't get this by, and shooter will spin in, just grab the top 8.
Sometimes you get caught. I know I did when the other team just brings everybody out of their seats like that, and you go, we'll just freeze one and show them. And it was a gamble. It's all about controlling the front with 2 good hitting teams, and Rachel's not doing that.
Yep. Hard. Yep. Hard. Keep going. Whoa. Oh, no. Yep. Whoa. No, curl.
Sorry, I thought I hooked it a little.
Oh, good. 10-1.
Good shot.
Left the port there. That was Val's chance to close it down.
So take off 4.
This is the team of Mila Plett out of the Airdrie and Sherwood Park areas of Alberta. They are the reigning Canadian junior champions. Boy, are they a talented foursome. And they dropped their opener to Jennifer Jones. They were the 14th seed coming in here. And they have quite the adventure ahead of them. They will be off to Finland to the World Junior Bs, trying to get Canada back into the A flight. Top 3 teams will advance. And if they do that, then they'll be back in Finland in the new year for the A flight championship. So we wish Team Plett all the very best.
And it has been a long time, Vic, since I've seen a young women's team. And I mean young, because the oldest is Mila at 18. There's 2 17-year-olds and a 16-year-old with such natural instincts. Their judgment was so good. They didn't panic. And they're really stayed here to make the most out of their time here. We met them coming in one morning. They came out early to throw, to take advantage of arena ice. So there is dedication and commitment big time on that team.
Well, there's 3 of them are in grade 12. I think Mila is studying in emergency services.
Val didn't roll enough on her first one, gave Tracy a small opportunity. She took full advantage.
Here we go, Sweden, run it back. Oh no, they're going to clip their own instead.
Well, that makes it better though.
All good, that's fine. You can get out in one shot now.
What, by releasing?
Yeah, because you hit a lot of that red. Unless you picked it clean like Shanna did, they're not going to be able to get that out. Now they can get at it with any one of those yellows. It looks to me like Rachel's realized that, and she's going to go back on the defense here, try to play the double.
You stop our clock. 6:07. Clocks.
6:07 was our clock.
Yeah.
The handle's off.
How do you think it's going to run?
So we're having an issue with one of the handles, and so the officiating crew is called on the ice-making crew to bring out the wrench.
I've thrown some to the wings and
Let go flashing.
what piece is it that we have to hit?
A third.
Yeah.
I think half will come up.
I think we can about a quarter, a third to curl what I'm saying. Go flashing when I'm throwing to the wings.
All in behind there, Reed Crothers has been coaching this team for a couple of years now, and it is an advantage, he says, because he gets to look at the ice before stepping onto the ice tonight in the final, as they will play Team Dunstone and make a note 5 p.m. Eastern time. He said it's almost like cheating a little bit, Kathy, when we talk to him, because he gets that little bit of advantage.
Well, and anybody could come out here and watch. All the teams are welcome to do that. He doesn't get to throw them, but we heard him say under his breath last night to Brad Jacobs very quietly, I saw that earlier. We did that in the second end. So he's watching this sheet. He's taking advantage of watching the paths and the rocks.
How are you throwing it?
Not going to hurt.
I The men's and women's team can share their rock information, which helps both teams.
Yes.
And congratulations and thank you to Mike Merklinger and his ice crew, because they have worked overtime, to say the very least. It wasn't an easy install.
Not on it.
Yikes, yikes, yikes. Not the red one.
Watch out, miscue. And bye.
Could let go where I wanted to hit it.
Back that one up.
You got it.
Hit and roll underneath.
Gee, that's a good question, because it might set up a double and it might set up a freeze opportunity. I think I'd be tempted to roll away, but I didn't see the call.
All right. Roll a couple feet Brianne's way.
Yeah. Okay. You got it.
Right, yeah, they're going to leave it open, Vic. It's a good idea. You know, you're playing Homan here. She can make that short double. She might make the freeze on you.
Yeah.
And you're out of the end. You roll open, you got a, I don't know, 85% chance of scoring 2.
So a couple of feet Brianne's way, as we look at that, would be to the left.
It's 10-5. If anything, it's bumper. It's low. It's up.
Off your base.
Brianne's way is on the left. Brianne Harris. Burchard will take it in, and then Harris will take any roll if there is some. There you go. And a couple of feet.
Great shot.
Very, very
Yeah,
nice.
9. There's 10. Yeah.
You know, it's the top teams do it, Kathy. This team, you know, you go back to that 4 skips. We've told that story many times, but how this front end has from really day one bought in.
Yes.
The way they manage a stone, the little
Hard to roll up.
nuances they just have between themselves in Harris and Burchard. It's really wonderful to watch.
Well, and it's not only the acceptance of the role in playing front end, but their decision to go out and look at the top 5 of each position in the world and try to emulate what they did and then find an extra edge to be even better than them.
Yep.
That's it. And they've certainly done that.
Clean. Whoa. Close.
Clean.
Yep. Clean. Yep.
Miscue.
Yep.
Hard. Close. Easy.
Miscue stays with it. Now Wilkes late, and they'll roll it back. Roll it back underneath.
Nice shot.
And it will finally settle back 8.
Fantastic.
Really nice shot. Great shot.
What a recovery.
But I'm scratching at you here, because if you roll that way, which they did, and they purposely rolled that way, didn't they know that this was the possibility coming back?
Yep, yeah, they did, but they also, if they rolled the other way, the doubles probably made, that was a possibility too. And they, in the perfect world, they wanted to roll a hair farther, but the odds of a great player making that roll are maybe 15%, 20%. And if it rolls a hair less, they can still chase it for 2. It's just perfect. Like, look at the little bit of real estate. A little to less roll, it's a tap for 2. A little more roll, it's a draw for 2. So you had about a 1-foot area to roll to, and you made it. I would have been happy if I'm Carrie Einarson leaving Rachel that shot.
A little less than you get. I'd like to go a bit.
Final stone will go a little bit.
Wait only.
It's full 8.
Guys.
We can clean it. Curling now.
Clean.
Burchard.
Yeah, you're not hurting it.
Yep.
Line's good.
Head down. Never looks.
Just gradual.
Never looks. Harris is her eyes.
Good. Good sweep. Nice.
And really well managed again. To the top edge of the button for the single. We've played 4-2 Einarson. I can't help but gush over this wonderful facility. 16-mile sports complex here in Oakville with their 4 ice pads. This one, the Olympic size sheet, is home to the Oakville Blades of the Ontario Junior Hockey League. And then there's an aquatic center being built, a library, a couple of more fields. That really is something quite special here in Oakville, Ontario, on the shore of Lake Ontario. 4-2. The number 1 seed in the event, Carrie Einarson, leading the number 2, Rachel Homan, and it is Homan and the team from the Ottawa Curling Club with Last Rock. They have the hammer, playing the Redstone.
Hold on. Top 8.
Line's good.
Yep.
Yeah. Room. Take a look. Whoa, whoa. Just up here. Room.
It's real close.
Does it need to curl? No.
Doesn't.
Line's closed. Go ahead, Hold the line.
That's going to overcurl him, I think.
Where do you want it?
Nice shot.
Throw, Sarah. Right here. Yeah. You got it. You know this one. Okay, nice and tight.
On this intern side, if you go tight with this guard, which is the plan, it could overcurl an exposed shot rock.
You can clean it. Like to go a little. Yep, go if you have to. Looks like
A little high.
Yep.
Pass starts though, the first one.
Yep. Might have to finish. Okay.
Weight's better now.
Val, you can finish
Okay,
it.
you can go.
Weight's still good.
Easy though.
Okay.
Very nice.
Good. Good. Nice weight.
Yeah, I want to stick around.
Yeah.
I don't
Just want to stick around our shooter.
Same scenario, Kathy. This set up as
normal?
the second that resulted in a steal of 3 for Einarson.
I like up normal. Okay.
Yes, but I don't think it was the plan. It was the execution that got in the way. And so the best way to score 2 is to use your corner guards, try to block things that way. And you just have to finish off the end.
Hard.
Yep.
And except for that Elite 8,
Hard.
I mean, one shy of 80%. Well, good numbers, consistency for this Homan team. As we say, first time with all 4 of them together.
Don't mind this. Yeah.
Yeah, impressive 3 games when you take that into consideration.
Spot.
Did not want to roll there, though.
You got it. Same or more, if anything. Yeah, I agree. Same or hair more. Hold in.
I thought I had less.
Well, line's fine.
She added a little
Line's
bit.
fine. Weight's good.
Curl.
By the red. Okay, we're more.
All right.
We're almost top 12 right now. We're full 12. Top 12.
Bury it.
You gotta
Just
curl
go.
it.
Yeah,
Curl
we're
and
full
go.
12.
Curl and go. Hard, Val. Gotta go. Gotta go. Gotta go. Gotta go. Gotta go.
Okay. Sorry.
It didn't quite communicate the depth there quite quick enough. If they'd known a little sooner it was going in the rings, they could have carved that over. And there might be a double here now.
Okay.
Certainly hit and roll in.
Yep. Easy. Whoa. Control. Little big. Okay. Close. Yep. Hard.
Go.
Whoa.
Beauty.
Atta girl.
Beautiful
Nice shot.
shot.
Nice shot. Good call.
Well, and a really good communication on the weight right away.
Great shot, Em.
You heard the immediate call, and then it's a little bit up, and that's why they got off.
That's moving.
Yeah.
Team Anderson just had to sink
like,
that last guard. Kat, they had the opportunity. They waited too long.
Way to believe in
Nice
it.
shot.
Very nice, Emma.
Said hard.
Great
Atta
shot.
girl.
That moved.
Yeah,
Like that
looked
was
like
a
it.
big curl.
Head 5. Clean. If anything. Whoa. Close. Clean. Yep. Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Yep. Yes. Hard. Yep. Hard roll. Hard. Right over. Yep. That's okay. Good.
Pretty good. 10-2.
Nice shot.
Just missed
Go
it.
here. We don't have to do this.
I like the draw.
I don't mind this, though. It opens up the middle for us.
I don't love the draw just because they'll probably be able to make a play with the one they have.
Nice to catch up with
We can easily
Gonbart.
overcurl
Look,
the
yeah, that
draw and
silver
hook it.
medal
Yeah,
with
my first thought was to
Kevin
move the
Martin,
yellow,
Salt
but I
Lake
don't
City.
mind
Couple of
either.
Briars to his credit. He's the new coach of this
What do you guys think?
Homan
Top
team
2, Rach.
as he takes over for Ryan Fry. And Ryan Fry, congratulations to him. He's the new head coach of the Italian men's program.
So we have to
And
go.
Martin,
like
formerly with Brendan Botcher.
Just saw it. Board.
Donnie B's a
Solid board.
wonderful addition.
Board.
Just
Board.
great guy, wonderful sense of humor, which can help some of these teams.
Yeah, you won't have any fun, will you?
No, none at all. Just so knowledgeable, been in so many big games. And being a lead, I'm sure he'll put some emphasis on the soft shots, which I think it's the only thing that Homan has to get a hair better at.
Crazy flurry. Wilkes, so now help it over. One more, and very nice. And under their own again, just will bounce up and show itself on that wide intern side.
Bad break. It almost, in hindsight, been better to roll right out. Because that buried rock is not as it's more accessible now with this short run.
Right out of bounds.
This is your last best chance of this one.
Yep. Oh, whoa. Whoa. Nope. Never. Whoa. Clean. Good.
Well, you saw those numbers for Val in each of the games she's played so far at 88%. Not only does that say she's playing well, but even more importantly, the unicorn that everybody's looking for is consistency.
Launched there early, and then you kind of just let it go. So I was like, okay.
Oh, okay.
Let's settle.
Something was going that way. I didn't want it.
Rachel's really swooped in here a couple.
Yeah, 2 months ago,
You
right?
hear that,
You can keep it.
Kathy, from every team. I'm surprised when the one thing you say, mind you, I can't argue with myself. It doesn't matter what sport it is.
No.
Every team is looking for consistency.
And you know, when you're coaching a younger team, a junior team, you're trying to minimize the zeros. You accept that there will be some misses, and you're just trying to get half shots out of them. At this level, you're expecting no zeros, and you're trying to look at the misses. And how do you do that it doesn't hurt your team? But it is refining a very, very good skill already.
Nice sweep, Sarah.
Wow.
Fantastic rush.
Good sweep. That's slow.
Yeah. Thanks, Sarah.
Yeah, just that side sat for a while. I think they threw exactly what they wanted at Tracy's hand. Just didn't carry.
Get it in. Fire if you can. Go. Hard.
No. Nice sweep, Sarah.
Wow.
Because that was my line.
Yeah.
I threw about a second more out there. Could have given you this if you wanted it.
No, I liked it.
Okay.
Top 4? Yep. Okay.
Nice little wall, and hard to raise any of them if you can get this underneath with the intern. Plenty of curl.
We're a little high.
T-line.
Yeah, big ad on it.
Room.
We're
back 4.
back 8 right now.
Close.
It doesn't
There,
curl.
curl.
We need something. Yeah.
Still too much of the guard.
Curl then.
Curl. I'm trying to rub it.
But it's
Whoa.
really big.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah, it was probably going to be like back 12 almost
12-9.
through.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You wonder, Kathy, if they get spooked from Tracy's
I
shot.
think so.
Yeah, but it's, that's where the stopwatches can kill you. It's like, oh, it's really slowing down. I got a 13-3, but not in that spot.
No, that intern has been used a lot, so it's worn down.
What to center is?
Going that way.
Wow.
Well, for draw for hammer, do you know what it was on your side?
That looks good.
Okay. Is that to
Awfully
center
good
for your draw
chance
hammer?
for 3 here.
Good.
Okay. Where do you want this for depth? Like biting forefoot?
Yeah, so we've got some beating on
Yeah.
the inside. What do you guys think for
I think like a 14-8 to tee here. What do you think?
draw for hammer? 50?
Yeah.
Okay. Should give me a lot more ice. Is that too much? We can always finish it out.
Yeah. You're going to keep it there?
Yep.
Okay, you got it.
Sure, a lot to go behind and get behind. Staggered.
8. Clean it.
It's a lot of spin.
Never then. Never. Line's good. 7, 8. Okay, well then. Line's good. You have room.
We
Okay.
say 100% in that opening game, and her numbers have been coming down.
Yeah. Easy.
You go right back with this.
Curl him.
I think you're going just as far as you can.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
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 Into the top 4.
Really died at the end. 14-2.
Okay. Okay. terrible line.
It really
Thought we
does.
knew that line.
It seems like it's almost getting slower and straighter right now. That's what I'm seeing.
Would you agree with that, Kathy?
I don't know that it's definitely not, well, it's so patchy across the sheet, but slower there. They were surprised. They told Rachel 15. She threw 14-2 and was deep. I don't know that it's straighter there. I thought she took a lot of ice for that shot.
And spun it.
And spun it. She said, I was throwing to keep it there. You didn't need to keep it there.
Yeah. Throwing it soft enough that it could get to the inside here.
It's diving at that stone coming up center line. It's their own. Can you sneak this, ladies? Oh, no, you can't.
12-8.
Oh, wow.
Down. Yeah, that's okay.
And it'll spin through. And look at this now. That little biter at the top.
Which they earned it. They brushed that from one end to the other to get that into the scoreboard.
It looked good. She said it timed late, but it must have just came down.
12-8, but pretty close.
That's the difference in releases. Carrie was throwing it soft to make sure that it curled, and boy, did it ever. And on Rachel's first, put it back. And so it's not the ice, it's how you release the stone.
And listen, bang, there. That slam of the brush by Einarson. And she's in danger now of giving up a 3. Hasn't given up more than a deuce through her first 3 games.
And it's the way it's happened. If Rachel doesn't make a good one in her first point in the third end, it's 3-0. Rachel makes a perfect hit and roll last end to stop a deuce. And out of nowhere is winning this game.
Let's kick, same
Weight's
extension.
close.
Same line.
Should be T.
Yeah,
Weight's
T-line.
good.
Little tighter, if
down.
anything, but similar line.
It's fine.
Okay. Broom down, Sarah. Weight's good. Okay.
9. Looks here. It's
Yeah.
all there.
We're on that.
You're good.
We're on ours.
Yeah.
Well earned. Homan takes advantage of a last rock hit. 5-4, they lead it at the break.
The 2023 PointsBet Invitational is brought to you in part by Home Hardware. Here's how. By Cashmere, Canada's #1 bathroom tissue. Nothing feels like it. By BKT Tires, growing together. And by Montana's Barbecue and Bar, Canada's home for barbecue.
Well, now this is where the coach comes in. Huh? Settle your team down. You've just crashed on a guard to give up a 3 and give up the lead. So Einarson will have the last rock when we begin play in 6. Here are the numbers after 5, Kathy.
Well, the 3s stick out at you at the board, and how they happened. It was 2 miscues by Homan to give that 3, and then that tick by Carey. And so what you need to do is just focus on the draw weight. That is the challenge for both teams, both skips. It's not about pass, it's about release. It's all of those things. That should be the discussion, because numbers-wise, they're very even.
And then down at the other end, I suspect that Don Bartlett, after they gave up the steal 3, said, don't worry, we'll get them back. And they did to take the lead. Midway through in this final, the PointsBet Invitational. Dunstone, Reed Carruthers. There you go, roll it over, got it. Oh, he's got it for 2. Absolutely brilliant. Push it down. How is that? Oh, goodness. It's a rematch of last year's final in Fredericton, won by Carruthers. Number 3 against number 5. And last year's prior runner-up, of course, Matt Dunstone of the team from the Port Rouge will go against their rival from Winnipeg, Team Carruthers of the Granite Curling Club. 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Welcome back on this Sunday afternoon, our final day in Oakville. Women's final, we go to the 6th. And the number 2 seed with 3 and 5, Rachel Homan out of the Ottawa Curling Club, takes the lead. Carrie Einarson out of Gimli has the last rock now as we pick up play here in 6, playing the Yellowstones.
Lead's good. Top 4.
We got more line on this one.
More line.
Okay,
More line.
More line, Shannon, not you.
Okay, we're there on the
T.
phone.
It's always Val. Gotta go, Val.
Yeah, nice it. Hard, get it over there.
Keep going, keep going.
Get it over here. Keep going.
Keep going.
Keep going, right back. You're good. Good.
Almost.
Right to it.
You know, we talked earlier about raising the bar and how Burchard and Harris raised the bar. Well, look at this now. With Emma Miskew now going from 3rd to 2nd, that raises the brushing ability of this Homan team.
Does it ever coast to coast here? And, you know, Rachel drew for 3. That's what everybody remember. This point right here was made in the gym this summer. Just barely gets that in.
And that was your 3rd point. Great sweep. And Tracy Fleury with the thanks all around. It's interesting. I mean, there's someone too, Emma Miskew. A couple of years back, Kathy has to say, all right, I'm not going to play after all those years with Homan. I'm not going to play 3rd anymore. What's better for the team? My brushing ability. I'll move down to 2nd.
Well, it's a big person that can do that, and not viewing it as looking to move down, but as much as where can I contribute the most to this team, and if it's with brushing, and that if Tracy's best position is 3rd, then I'm going to go where I need to be to help the team the most and not resent it, and that's huge, and that's what Emma's done.
Yep. Whoa. That's okay. That's fine.
Start it.
Do you want to rip?
I kind of like the center guard, but.
What do you like,
I like either.
I like whatever you're seeing, Rach. I don't mind the peel.
What? It's a 6th end. Yeah.
I don't mind. Yeah, it's not bad.
That was her first
Whatever
thought.
you like, Rach.
Yeah, peel's good.
Okay.
Defensive call here. The theory being I'm already winning, why give them a chance for 2? That's a lot of game left to try to protect that 1 point.
Well, it's interesting. Before the game, Russ, Vic and I were talking about Sweeting, and one of the questions I asked her is, with this game and watching last night and knowing both of those men's semifinals came down to the draw to the button, when do you start looking at the scoreboard and thinking, is it 7, 8? And Val said, no, I start looking around 5. Where are we? 1 up, 1 down. And when do we change tactics so that we don't find ourselves in a situation we don't want to be in?
That's her too, right? So the team, though, she did add, I think, added that Einarson might look at it a little later, and then somewhere along the line, Kathy, they'll give her I'll call it a free one.
Yes.
A go-to-school kind of shot where she will actually throw something in to get a pass and go to school on a pass.
Yeah, if you get that chance, absolutely.
Well, she talked about the game against Kayla Skrlik, that they should have thrown a guard, but it was getting late and they wanted to make sure Carrie could draw, so they went around a rock just so that Carrie would get the chance of finding that draw weight.
Yeah.
We're probably going to go.
Normal?
Just normal?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to roll.
Unforced error there. That had to be a corner guard. Now Homan could sit 3, and it's going to be difficult to blank.
Yep. No. Easy, normal. No. Weight's good. Curl. Whoa.
Curl.
M. Let's hit this over. Okay, good.
Tracy Fleury, you mentioned the trials
Great
of
shot,
21 to go to Beijing. Remember, she was brought in to skip that team from Winnipeg with Selena Negevin and Liz Fife and Kristen McCush.
What a week they had.
Lost 6-5 in that trials final.
It wasn't only a week. They had an amazing year. They'd won so many things. They were just fired up going in. But what a big game that is.
Yep.
Might get all three here.
Go roll.
Oh, not at all.
And rolls it over on top. You know, then there's Val Sweeting. We were chatting with Val, as Kathy alluded to, and you go back to 13 or 14 and 15, I guess. She won silver medals back to back at the Scotties, and like so many players will say, you never know if you get that opportunity again.
Yes.
Doors open, doors close, and here she is, a 4-time champion. But all those people that she played with, Joanne Courtney, Dana Ferguson, Rochelle Brown, they've all gone on to win national championships with other people.
That's true.
You like that?
And I loved what she said. She said, you know what, we were really good, then maybe we weren't just good to win together. And that happens with a lot of teams. Just because you're 4 great players doesn't mean you're going to win. It's chemistry.
Okay. Or do you want to try and straight pick it here?
Ooh, I don't like
Do we ever draw here? I don't know where that is. Here?
Yeah,
like back 8? Yeah, on this side of center.
Okay,
Even
she
wider.
noses and lies 1 and 2.
Even wider, then she rolls out if she makes that.
I don't mind the 3/4, try to kill ours and roll over.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can hit it half on our right-hand side as we look at it, get it out across the top. Or you can hit it at 11 o'clock and glance it off the shot rock over top of the back Homan red. I think that's what they're trying. Just cross the face here a fraction.
Through the hole?
Watch out. Stuffed it. And it'll hang around in that 12. So setting up now, that's turned it around. Einarson has a chance to set it up for 2.
You wonder, Tracy hated that call.
Yeah, 3 titles for Homan, 13, 14, 17. And one of those titles in 14, actually, she beat Val Sweeting in the final, 4 straight. Of course, for Einarson. That no world titles, that is the one that sticks in the craw for Einarson. That's her goal. She needs and wants that goal to fill out the resume.
It's minimum. Yep. Yeah. Really hard.
The Canadian women's program is really looking for a gold medal. It's been a while.
Hard, Brianne. Gotta go.
That just died.
It just came down. She left it
I
enough.
feel like it was also the spot.
Yeah. Just died on you.
Yeah.
Through great.
Yeah.
It kind of came down.
Shoot, sorry. 10-8? 10-8. Oh, just lost.
We're losing it.
Yeah.
On this side.
Well, I saw that.
Like it.
Okay. Quarter rock, eh?
It's pretty thin. Quarter
Yeah,
off.
it is.
Yeah.
Managed to hang around, though, with some good brushing.
I'm thinking you'll be able to back it up. Okay. Are you throwing it?
Gotta hit it first. Yeah. I think we can hold it out here.
Yeah, I think so.
You're
Throw it
gonna-
hard and straight through. Okay. You should be able to back that up.
Pretty natural shot here. It's just a half rock roll out like you would if you were blanking it in, and you should get that back one the way by.
I'm watching Emma's footwork on this. They're getting way out there. Risk of sticking.
Yes.
1, 2, got it. Wow.
Yeah, really good.
Great shot.
Yeah.
Didn't want it to move.
Good shot.
Waivers. Nice throw.
Yeah.
So when was that last Women's Worlds? Just putting you on the spot there, Kathy.
The last Worlds that we,
Canadians won.
I'm going to say Jennifer in North Bay.
Year?
18.
Thank you. You're right, both of you.
Thank you. You may leave.
This thing hasn't been played as much, but I anticipate it to be very similar.
We're talking about that this week. What a great championship that was. North Bay did such a great job. With people just supportive of every nation.
And it's interesting to note that Shannon Burchard was on that team, of
Yes,
course,
she was.
because Caitlin Laws was off at the Olympics mixed doubles with John
ready?
Morris.
Because remember we talked about that she had won
There it goes.
a Canadian and a Worlds without winning the province.
Just for weight, really.
Almost through the rings.
Never mind, it's
Yeah.
still going hard.
Oh boy.
I think inside out will still run okay.
Okay,
All right, there's it's about reading paths. So inside out, under her breath, saying it runs a little better, does it, compared to going outside in?
It always does in arena, but I would say in this situation, that, you know, that at some point there's going to be enough frost that as that rock comes in the rings, it's going to grind down. But yeah, it's always good there, and tends to deteriorate for a shot like this, where it's really good, really good, really good, and then about 2/3 of the way down, it could eventually get to a spot that's starting to slow down. Not yet, though.
Rachel Homan in her last. Missed opportunity here, though, for this Einarson team.
Line's great. Bite the 4.
Yeah, it's real close.
14-2. Looks heavy.
Yeah, it's a little heavy.
Had a chance to split the rings.
Good. Good throw.
Good.
I was a 14-2 as well.
There's what we talked about in the break. There's your practice draw in case you need it.
How did that feel compared to last time for you?
I tried to throw close to 15.
Yeah.
It was probably 14-8.
14-2 is what it timed, but you made a big body adjustment.
Yeah.
So it's not, the times are a little different.
It was a second apart, I'd say.
Yeah.
Right at, bud.
So you tucked that information away then, do you, Kathy?
Mm-hmm. And I like that Emma was very honest with her.
Yeah, she was surprised.
And the body adjustment is Rachel may not always see that she extends a little bit, but standing over her, Emma will see that.
Clean. Good.
Final
Nice
stone,
shot.
looking
Good
for the
shot.
blank and gets it. So the second half with a fresh 19 minutes. Both teams with one timeout. 5-4 Homan. Looking at Sarah Wilkes as she throws the lead stones for Rachel Homan. Welcome back. Final day here in Oakville. And 16 Mile Sports Club Complex. Women's final. PointsBet Invitational. Started on Wednesday with 16 women, 16 men's. Oh. I want more.
Give me the bigger part.
Oh, there you go. Oh, and you've got popcorn too. Wow.
He was doling it out to his sister, and Mom said, no.
And that's what we want. We want floss on our coats and on our sweaters. Hey, enjoy yourselves. And they are.
Good. Solid high.
5-4.
12. Just 12.
Homan leads it. Einarson with Last Rock playing Yellowstone. Do you look back at that end and go, if you're Einarson, we missed a chance there, Kathy?
Oh, I think you do. I think that she's reeling from the fifth end, and then when that happens in six, it does shatter your confidence a little bit.
Are you okay with normal? Normal? Okay.
This should go quite straight.
Okay. I think straight through is pretty good here. Okay. Okay, good. Yep. Yep.
Hard.
Hard.
Okay, come on, faster. Go.
Hard.
Go, faster.
Hard, Tracy, hard.
Okay.
It's awesome.
Good.
Throw here. Okay.
I got it.
Yep. We've good. All the way. Yep. Right to it. Gotta go. Hard for a piece. Hard. Gotta go. Hard.
Great brushing, Brianne.
Great brushing, Brianne.
Good.
11.
Okay.
Well, since Wednesday, members of the Canadian National Wheelchair Curling Program have been here at the complex, Kathy.
Well, they've been here and in Kitchener-Waterloo training. On the two waving on the left, that's Kalinda Joseph, Dennis Thiessen. They were world medalists. Dennis an Olympian in mixed doubles. the man waving the 4th one in, also a silver world medalist at adaptive water skiing. And one of the really neat things about the camp this week is they've also brought in a next-gen program. And like our able-bodied curlers, there has to be a future in the sport, and they're now looking at that in wheelchair as well.
First, Canada was the country that introduced it as a medal sport back in 2006.
Well, they've taken advantage of the great conditions to throw rocks on arena ice because they don't have that opportunity until they get to a Worlds. And then it's a learning curve.
I've got all my ice information from them every morning, Kath. We walk in here early, and they're just coming off the ice. They've trained every single day, and today they said it was phenomenal for forehands, and it started to deteriorate.
Good throw. Nice judge. Do you ever like hit and roll the corner?
Yeah, or we just rip it.
Just straight peel?
Yeah. Yeah, like
I don't
Val
think we need to
said,
get too fancy like
blank
that.
is totally fine in this.
Yeah, Einarson's thinking blank.
Well, 7, so blanket again, go to 8, even in to try for your deuce. I guess that's the rule of thumb.
Clean.
Shannon Burchard.
Yeah. This clean is good.
Good sweep.
And they'll rip it out. I guess, I mean, you don't want to be silly about it, I understand, Kathy, but, and I know it's their color, it's the opposition's color, but if you went behind and you play down to it, I know you're probably behind the pinhole. Oh, I'm just losing. I'm arguing with
the
myself.
answer's no.
Yeah, how's that working for you?
Yeah, it's not really good, no.
Started as a good question, and then...
And I lost. It doesn't even work. Oh, dear.
Normal?
3/4 high?
Yeah.
It's hard on us, too, Vic. We have to say you're right and you're wrong on the same question.
Hold it normal here. Sure. Maybe up normal.
Okay, you got it.
It's like I have an angel on my shoulder and a devil on my shoulder.
Yeah, exactly.
We're arguing back and forth. But being aggressive there could really hurt you, I guess, is my thought, Kathy.
Yes, it could. And that's what they're protecting against.
No. Get up. Really good. Good.
Really nice.
Nice shot. Nice shot, Tracy.
8-3. Yeah.
They're pretty even.
Is there enough space to roll it on top, do you think?
No, it's too deep.
Yeah.
You can roll beside it.
I think we go at it. If I just roll, that's okay.
You could also freeze to one of them. It's early enough.
Yep. Okay.
Get your blank or get your 2 that way also. So you play it out. You're playing such a good team. So if Val hits and rolls a couple feet, Tracy's quite capable of rolling it back.
Yep.
Harris. Have you got a little bit of a roll now? Oh, no, you're going to kick it sideways. Add a little more. No, it's going to hang around. That doesn't help.
Not at all. It makes it worse because now you can really split the 2 reds.
Back 8. Yep.
You had to hang around on that one.
So fast to the way. Okay.
Yeah.
So can I give you a 15 or 14?
Like a
14?
high 14.
Good.
Yeah, you got it. Keep your extension.
Oh, I dropped that a little bit.
Room. Weight's a little light. Room. Might be okay. Sarah, take it. A little light. 6. Okay, go ahead if you're light. Back 8.
Yeah.
You can go all the way to back 12 if you want. 6. Hard. It's light. Just keep going. T-line. Yep. Deeper the better. Sarah, take it.
Yep.
Straight over.
Nice communication. Tracy
Really good.
just straight up said, hey, I dropped that. In other words, code for a little light. I didn't throw it quite as hard as I wanted to, and they were on it immediately.
What I really like, too, is they kept communicating to Rachel, it's 5-6, and she's like, well, I want back 12, but they're like, well, it's 5-6. So then it becomes, we're giving you the information, and that's why Sarah took it to, if it's not going to be even, then let's get it over as far as we can.
Yep. Whoa. Hard roll it. Yeah, just roll it. You want to go over the top. Right over.
I got it. Yep, you got over.
Keep going. Yep, carry. Go. Good. That's really good.
Really, really nice.
Nice one. Good pair.
Needed those flips.
Yeah. That's good though. Nice and close together.
It's one of those shots people don't really appreciate as much as, now I'm betting there's a chance, there's a way better chance of the blank now because of that perfect roll.
I just got caught out in the weeds. Yeah.
You don't want to be forced here.
Had to throw it a hair harder, a little thicker.
Normal?
Sorry?
Normal.
Okay.
This looks like max ace.
I agree. Like,
you let go on the inside, and that's where we hit.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is,
Just
if
a
she
hair less.
chance of her rolling out, sitting right there, and then your blank is back on.
That's
right?
exactly it, and it's pretty hard to roll. You almost have to roll a center line, and you're running out of paint to stop a double.
Big normal. Close.
Skip
Yep.
stones here in 7.
No.
Clean it.
Curl.
Wilkes
Curl.
A little bit.
will nurse it down, and they'll sit right there.
8-5.
The NFL on TSN continues tonight. Sunday Night Football. It's the 2-1 Chiefs, 1-2 Jets. Coverage begins at 8:20 Eastern, 5:20 Pacific on TSN and CTV.
Changing turns here. A little surprised at that.
You going for the blank right now with her first shot?
Yeah, make the double.
Yeah,
Make the
okay.
double for sure.
Yeah, right.
The audible here is miss the back one and roll a little to our left, stay on top.
Clean. Whoa. Clean.
Carry is at first. Harris
Whoa.
just keeping it clean and dusting it down. Oh, and stuffed it.
Just watch Rachel make it with the
Nice
other
throw.
turn. I know they have
Sat
little
there.
different releases, but you don't have to look at the
Yeah,
release.
I
You have
liked
to look
it.
at the rock coming at you. Yeah.
really good throw. I thought it would come up a little at the end.
So did I.
He's a
Thinking
4,
back to my
might
other
be
game
great.
where it
Up to
curled up
you.
there when I made that
Yeah.
action.
Yeah.
No.
It's possible
Same ice
it's
as
the
yours.
stone. Her
Okay.
first
No,
rock
sorry. Just a
couple
foot
3
left
ends
here.
ago, she played a come around wrecked on a wide corner guard, and then the last end she threw to the corner, threw it through. Maybe that one's a little smoother, but
Foot less, please.
I was a little surprised at changing turns and having to guess.
Less, please.
Well, being nice about it.
Up to speed almost, eh?
Yeah.
Well, the interesting thing here is Rachel had so much confidence that Carrie was going to make that she was
8-9,
halfway
don't
down the
fight
ice before the stuff happened. And so they lost a fair amount of time on their clock trying to adjust because Tracy didn't know where she wanted to throw and what ice. And that's was a little bit less. So sometimes it's worth just waiting.
15-8.
Line's good.
It's just a little heavy.
Okay, good. Curls a lot.
Feel like there was
Around the 8.
For normal?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like.
come up a bit.
Yeah. For normal, I like that ice. Yeah.
Well, that's 2 ends and 2 opportunities missed, right? You
Yes.
missed the setup for 2, and now here you missed the opportunity for the blank. Is that a result of anything? Is it? I don't want to say sloppy play, but is it in fact, Kathy?
Well, it's not what you'd expect from Carrie.
Okay.
Now she's playing the hit. Russ, would you draw?
If the ice is, yes, I think I would. I think I would right now, but maybe not in a couple ends.
Just 50%, however, on her draws in the game. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. And that's another. She's off her game in these last 2, and a shrug of the shoulders. Can't shrug off a stolen point. 6-4, Homan. You see the fields there, and look at over there on the right, more being built. And then in behind that other area, that's where the pool is going to be, the aquatic center here at the 16 Mile Sports Complex. Originally opened back in 2010. We were supposed to be here in 2021 for a Continental Cup, but oh yeah, that COVID got us, of course, and we didn't get here. So it is nice to be here for the first time for this PointsBet Invitational. So it's time for Carrie Einarson to regroup, gather themselves, giving up that 3 and 5, and then missing the opportunity to split the rings in 6, and then they're playing a hit and rolling too far and giving up a steal of 1. 6-4, Homan leads. We go to 8, and once again Einarson with last rock, playing the Yellowstone.
Could throw a tight guard on this. You could try to chase it and tap it out. It's a pretty long guard, or the straight freeze. This is the tougher shot, but if you ever make it, you go a long way to forcing Carrie Einarson to a single, not being able to blank.
Line's good. Yep. Gotta go. Hard. Hard, Tracy. You gotta bounce it hard. Hard. Go. Dig.
Just sweeping.
Nice sweep. Rage.
They're close.
Okay.
Corner it?
No.
You like making like a
Sense
pocket?
it up there. Yeah, it is.
Either that or you corner
So
this.
Wilkes with the advantage on Breanne Harris.
You like that?
They've both teams have had an outstanding week in terms of the percentages.
I got a 14-5 on that, so
Yeah, it's traveling well.
Yeah, they really have.
No player has been out-curled by their opposition. And if you're not familiar, we talk about plus or minus. If you out-curl your opposite number by 5 points, 5 percentage points or more, you get a plus. In much the same way if you follow hockey and that player is a +3 or a -3, depending on whether they're on the ice or not for a goal for or against.
Gotta go. Just to it. Keep going.
Ooh, almost didn't get my brush.
And there in that cluster, it looks like the yellow is the best of the 3.
Oh, okay. Wait, was good, Shannon.
I didn't know if we guard now.
Great.
What do you think?
If we rip, what do you like, Trace?
I don't mind the guard.
Yeah.
Got to be a little careful with that shot
Sorry, do you like throwing a guard
for
or
Team
peeling a
Einarson.
It's a measure.
Throwing a guard.
Yeah.
But I think this goes into that. You guys like the guard?
I do.
Okay.
Okay, so it's a little slower in this line than the one you were just in.
Okay.
I've changed my mind. I think the Homan team is sitting 3.
Yeah.
Do too.
Yep. I think you can think like, I don't know,
Gotta stay high side, eh?
6 feet less.
Yeah.
Played a ton down here recently.
8's good. 2.5. Gotta stay high of the line. Hard line.
Yeah, hold the line.
3.
Line, whoa.
Hard
2.5.
line.
Whoa, just let it stop.
3.
Whoa. Over curling.
How's line?
Hard line.
Whoa, just. Gotta
Two
stay.
choices, try to brush it to keep it straight or let it die so it won't over
Touch
curl.
center. Whoa.
Good spot.
Very nice.
And die it does, guarding the 2 stones. Center line 4 foot.
Yeah.
Even if you can like pick this one off.
Yeah, I'm seeing the
It'll
end.
go under.
Okay, yeah, you got it.
If you can get the second shot rock thin enough, it won't redirect onto that yellow. If you hit it where Carrie Einarson broom is, it probably will.
Yep.
Hard for the other way.
This is where they need that upweight ability of Shannon Burchard. Harris on the brush. And drives it by, but opens them up again.
All good.
We can finish it for you, Tracy.
Yeah, sounds good.
Get it out there.
It's good ice.
putting it back.
Yep. Yeah, they're in great shape here.
Feels
there. Feels there.
3 for line.
Hold the line a
For
bit,
line. Hard line. It's good. 2.
Hold the line a bit.
A little higher than mine. Okay.
Line's pretty
Get it
good.
in.
Line's
2.
good.
Hold the line.
Okay.
Each touch center. Hold the line though. Hold the line. Great sweep.
Great shots.
Really good sweep.
Good sweep.
Yeah, you know, we often take it for granted, I think, sometimes, Kathy, those kind of shots.
You know what, that rock, if it's one way or the other, there's an out, and now Carrie has to run another
Yeah, that was my
stone
first
straight
thought.
back with Val.
And Tracy with the advantage over Val Sweeting, so that's a plus.
And you have to run it to our right. If you run it to our left and it jams, it goes right over into that
Right
pile.
into that mess.
Sweeting in her first. Einarson's in trouble here. They do have the hammer.
Yeah. Whoa. No. That's good.
And it'll just slide underneath. But they'll get rid of one. They'll leave their center line guard.
Better than it was. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
they
we're
cut him
stuffing
down.
that one
Still
right
appears to
in
be
there.
Homan sitting the 2.
Have we shot over there?
Yeah. Do we ever?
What
come
about
in
around
again?
the middle again?
Yeah, like
They
top
make the
it
run double or not looking great.
It's okay.
And it could be a triple. Okay.
Okay.
Maybe
T-line?
the back 8
I
around the
think we
middle.
want to group our rocks.
Not
Yeah.
loving this. Okay, Tracy, so speed's a bit better here. We want it
T-line range? In front of the T. Okay, right onto this too.
like behind.
Okay. It's a little more than mine for ice. Yeah, you were here, Okay. And this side of the line hangs for a while.
Okay.
Do you like?
And they're not going to be able to just chase
This is
our
the one
red
we
and,
carved
roll
of yours
into it.
forever.
We just gotta play.
It's not. Is that not dangerous for us to group the stones now?
Yeah, it's not super dangerous, but I think Tracy brings up a good point. They're just going to ignore everything, go right around that top 8 rock. Why not beat them in? Yeah, and you could set up a pretty easy red double here, and then that's a lonely red that's buried. So it's maybe not categorized as dangerous, but I think there's other options.
6, little light. Top button, gotta go.
Didn't they? I think they also talked just about wrapping another stone around that center guard, Kathy.
Yeah, I think that for me, Vic, the bigger concern was there's been a couple of shots in the last 2 ends that it has looked like Tracy's not super comfortable with. And this is part of their learning. Tracy's used to calling, and now those decisions aren't up to her, but it's one of those things that, you know, maybe you come down and discuss.
Good shot. Thanks. It went. Yeah.
What do you like?
You got a bit lucky. If that's 4 inches lighter, it's an easy double to sit 3 yellow on the corner.
I think they thought it was all there and then it died at the end. So great throw. Thanks.
My first thought was the run. Yeah. If I stuff it, that's good. If I send it over there, maybe you'll have something. We can deal with that later. I gotta get this one. What else were you thinking?
Yeah, that's. Yeah, because these two they're pretty close.
Yeah.
To who shot, but yeah, if we can, do you want to dead stuff it here? They'll still be shot, but I think that's okay.
Yeah, that's good. If I say here high, send it over there is good too.
Yeah.
All right.
The confidence to throw these type of shots. This is not simple. You've got maybe 3/4 of an inch of error here total.
Looking that way as if they can run it back and direct it over towards those 2 reds. Pritchard. Gotta go. You hear. Never lifts the head. Never lifts. Harris talks to her. And they'll stuff it right there. But look at where it is. It's showing a piece now.
Good
on that intern side.
Great shot, though.
Good call.
Great brushing. They made a quick decision that it needed brushing. They stayed on it the whole way and made it perfect.
Back 8's good, eh? Sure. Okay. We're shot.
Where do we need to be for depth then?
Back 8? Back 4, back 8.
Now, if Rachel ever makes a mistake here, there's a very thin red double there. Really thin, but it is there.
And for 3 points.
Yeah.
Good.
I think it's there, Kathy.
I do.
A little sticky in the weeds?
Yeah.
Just a little bit. It's just
Probably lose your shooter, but you'll have those other 2 yellows.
Turns this way. 14 and a half is close.
Even knows it stay in the corner, sit 2. So it puts a little pressure on Rachel there.
Okay. 14 and a half?
Yeah.
A little sticky in the weeds.
Got it. 14 and a half.
And it is that time of the game, isn't it, where you're forced to go a little wider.
Yep.
More difficult.
Yeah, we've seen that all week.
9.
Guessing a little bit.
This was thrown hard, so it better slow down.
Line's perfect.
Okay, it's heavy. It's got to set.
Stay close, close there, yep. Line only.
It's almost
line only.
Okay.
10. Okay.
It's got to stop.
13, 2. Sit down.
Keep going. Hard. Go. Good shot. Good.
Oh
Good.
boy,
13.
did that ever
Did
grind,
that calm
eh?
down?
Trey,
That was flying.
13-2.
Yeah, it really went in a good spot.
That's perfect.
Is it 13-2 I heard?
Good shot. That was
13-2. So we went from 15 to 13-2.
It's also timing.
But we didn't sweep it, right?
Yeah.
So I think we could have got like a 14 to the same spot.
Very important that didn't go another foot.
That or
Time.
I don't mind playing this hit and roll. I think we're playing time.
Yeah. These are the same
I'm
shot,
not sure
but you'd
what
have
the
a
situation
couple
is, 'cause
runs
we do
for
have a hit for
a
2
bundle.
Okay, it's 2 shots. Technically 3. I was looking at the triple with where that ended up.
Yeah.
The other shot that I did like was to bring that one in play is just playing a hit and roll to the can.
Yeah.
Thick hit and roll is really good too. The draw is a decent shot. I don't like the split. I like the triple. That was my first thought. I think you're just going for it. The second shot is like a control or normal weight hit and roll to dead behind your yellow or a little bit past.
Yeah, you'd have to throw normal because this 8's coming off here.
Yeah.
And even if you don't get the triple, this roll is great too. Like
Well,
gonna
it's either one or the other.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think you're rolling out with it, are you?
With the triple?
My first thought was
I-
the
if
triple.
we wanna-
Because aren't you just hitting it
Yeah.
like here?
No, to get
No.
that one?
You're like,
My
Triple,
shooter
guys.
has to-
oh, it's the shooter or do you?
Yeah, my
Oh, I
shooter
thought
has
it was
got
going-
it.
Red, red, red.
You like that?
I like it. That was my first thought.
I'm thinking there then.
Yep.
Yeah, you'll get a little off the line. You're throwing smooth or peel.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you can even hair on taking a tiny bit more. You want to hit a quarter.
Well, hers didn't come up like we expected going that way.
Okay.
So just a little
Okay, that's
weird.
probably close
Whatever
then.
your gut says,
Yeah.
Carrie.
I think there should
Yeah,
be close.
I like
there.
it. Let's just
Yeah,
go and
we
make
can
it.
hold it.
I like Reed's thought process. Other than this is crazy hard. They have to hit this so thin. But he's right. If you get, I don't know, half an inch of this to make the top double properly, the shooter's going right towards that back red.
Kathy, I've never heard him come out, as some coaches do, and say, what do you think? He always comes out with something.
No, he should be the class example of what you should do as a coach. You are being asked to come out at this level with an opinion.
If this over curls by a lot, Val will change her mind and try to hit and roll behind the center guard.
This could be the shot of the
Yeah,
event.
yes, hard.
Shot of a long time. You make this.
Hard.
Trying to make the triple. Burchard holding on now. Sweden got the line call. Bang, bang, come across. No, and
Okay, that's all right.
they missed the double.
That's good.
And it remains. In fact, now it looks as if they are sitting one at the back. One at the back is Homan.
We watch on the replay here, it actually touches this right-hand red. Watch the right red. It actually moved it. That's how close she was. Any thinner.
Thinner. Just
Might-
that little bit thinner.
Yep.
So 2 and 3 now belong to Einarson.
So it was a wonderful idea. It was just so tough.
Had to be a little thinner, do you think?
Yeah,
Yes.
thinner, quite a bit, yeah. A good half an inch thinner. And
That's more ice, eh? It's an
so
inch
the,
more.
the draw was
Okay.
one of the other options they talked about and
Real close to the
would have
center.
been a lot easier.
Keep it there. Yep.
Chance to really apply pressure now. Top 4, top button, sink it. Just through it.
That's less.
Okay, a bit more line. Weight's close. Line's good.
5, 6.
Whoa. Weight's good.
6.
Low line.
Close line.
Go ahead.
Good.
Get
Line's
it there.
great.
Head down, go.
Yep, gotta go.
Wilkes
Hard
missed
line,
you.
gotta
Heads
go.
down.
Hard, really
Got to
hard.
get it there.
Hard.
Got to get it past this yellow. Got to get it past the yellow.
Keep going, roll it on,
Oh, and great brushing again, just to get it there.
It's a double, though.
There is.
He's in for 2 or 3.
If you can sit there.
If it doesn't graze and it tucks, it's terrific. But the second it's going to touch, you don't want to roll off.
She threw nice weight there, Rachel, but she threw it a little bit wider, and they had to wait long enough that it got into lacrosse.
Look at how the numbers have come down for Einarson. She's had her struggles the last 3 ends through 5, 6, and 7. Player numbers are brought to you by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada.
Yeah, because we're hitting 230, so 30 close to making it for at least 50.
There's an audible here too, Vic. You can hit this just a hair off center and go down and hit the right side of the back rock. If it's hanging, Val play it across the face, and you can hit the left side of the back rock, make the double, and that'll allow the shooter to go into the yellow one to score 3. You can make this 2 ways. That's always a nice feeling.
Final stone right now. It is the Homan team sitting 2. Harris. One more time. What do you got? Oh, and now will it spill? Will it spill? Go, 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 go! For 1 and 2.
That puts her right back in.
Nicely done. They did go across the top, and even thinner might have got them to 3.
So it's good to move that red on the at 3 o'clock far enough.
Nice shooting.
Good call.
There you go. Coach is happy. We're tied at 6, playing for 50,000. There are moments in any sporting competition that you look and go, is that the turning point? It may just be for this Einarson team, who are struggling, giving up the 3 and 5, then missing an opportunity to split the rings to possibly get a deuce and 6, and giving up a steal of 1 on a wonderful shot by Carrie Einarson results in a deuce. And so here we go to the 9th in a 6-6 tie. And it is Rachel Homan that once again does have last rock, has the hammer, playing the Red Stones.
We talked about it in our keys that it's a beautiful ice surface, but it's easier to hit on than it is to draw, especially as this game wears on. And I think Reed's triple theory didn't quite work, but it still led to a 2 with another great double by Carrie Einarson.
Well,
okay.
That's not where they wanted that.
Okay. Yeah.
Just like T-line, back 4, wait.
How far back? Okay. I think that one's on the T-line.
Oh,
So I like this. Yep, you got it, Sharon.
Okay.
You got it.
T-line.
Yep. Speed feels good here still.
Even a freeze here. Don't have to be shot rock yet.
We're
Give it
a good pull.
Clean.
Mine's
You got it. We're T-line. Yep. Weight's nice. Wait if you can. Well then. Wait if you can. Well, T-line. Yep. 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 Gotta go. Back 4. Hard. Hard. Gotta go. Hard. Hard. Roll it in.
Good shot.
That's good.
Good. Nice.
Well, as I say, you're needing something to give yourself a little bit of a confidence build, and this will help.
Yeah, such a wonderful world-class hitter. You knew she was going to be close to where he was jamming it. Any thinner, actually, a little more brushing, they might have scored 3.
That one spills far enough, and it brings the other one into play. And they score 2, and it's fist bumps from the coach. The key shot brought to you by BKT Tires, growing together.
Gotta go. Little light. Really gotta go.
This is in the middle here.
Really gotta go.
9th end. I don't think they'll be able to drag it here.
5. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yep, yep.
I got it.
Okay.
Opening things up.
Right in the pocket? Yeah.
Yeah. If it curls 2 hours, that's good too.
Weight was great.
Yeah, similar.
Every once in a while, Kathy, I know
Right in the pocket.
you know about
Then yeah, that same weight is perfect.
stones back of the tee line, how they hurt. This is one of those examples, isn't it?
Yes.
I mean, you just, those two red stones are Homan. They're nice. They look pretty. They're back 4. They're close. You might go on the board, but they're just that little bit too deep, and they're going to be punished for it.
And they are, because this is what gives Carey the opportunity. And even if Carey is not shot, you're going to force your opponent to take one.
Wow.
Gee,
what happened there?
Hey, Shannon.
Okay.
Weight was close.
no idea.
Boy.
That's all good. Those two.
Double PO?
Yeah. Pretty like the same shot.
Just at the last second, I just kind of flared
That's okay.
it out.
Your weight was nice.
Yeah, it was maybe max.
So she's taking responsibility, maybe
knees?
getting it outside a bit?
Yep. Yeah, just a little
really
wide.
hard.
And if it gets by, it's really close, so it wasn't as bad as it looks.
Yeah, I think so.
But it's bad because you've set up a simple double here and all the other guards are gone.
You got it.
So it is as bad as it looks.
Like that morning mirror.
That's
Close. Yeah. No. Close. No. Got a curl. Got a curl. Roll it. It's good. Beauty. Go, go,
Nice.
go, go, go.
Very nice. Well
shot.
done.
Great shot.
Think we got a guard?
Yep.
the yellow corner's kind of in the way of a draw to the button, and the red one's pretty close too,
Feels similar, it's timing lower, but
as we just witnessed.
yeah.
Imagine they'll just keep guarding it, Kathy.
I would think so.
You go in now with the hitting ability of Emma and Rachel.
There right now.
Very tight.
Where?
Close though.
Line's fine.
Really, really tight or top 12.
No, we're not.
You got a, got a curl.
We're not in.
Got a curl.
Curl it, curl it.
Play the weight.
Nice.
Play the weight,
A
though.
good guard is better than
Coming down, no.
in.
Weight's good.
Yep. Keep going, keep going,
Keep going, one more, one more, one more, one more.
Very nice.
That's good. Really nice.
Good speed.
Good.
Feel it.
Good judge.
Yeah. A third of a rock to tap us in.
Okay.
Rachel's one of the very best at trying to get more out of this shot than just the opening up the center. So they're going to try to get this perfect and hit the north end of that red rock and try to kick it straight back. Why not?
No. Go. Other way. Trying. Back. Curl.
Whoa.
That's real tough. Good throw. Get it out of the way. I really went, Sarah.
Really hard.
I really.
Maybe a hair higher.
That one must not be on then?
I guess not. Okay, same throw, you got it.
Same weight, the hair less?
Yeah, it's a bit more spin.
little
so it
wider.
should travel well. 3.
Halfway.
We got more line on this one.
Yeah, more
Curl.
line. Curl. We got
We
a
got
curl.
a curl, Brianne.
It's actually heavy now. Yeah, knife it though. We got to get it over for line.
Yep, get it to
Keep
center.
going.
Keep going.
Yep.
Keep going. Keep going. Little
Keep
further.
going.
Go.
Yeah, a little more.
Hard, Brianne.
Yep.
Hard.
Hard.
I don't know. Did they cover anything of it? Maybe a little bit.
They covered the right half at
They
least,
did.
but not all of it for
Is
sure.
the same thing an option?
Yeah. We got to roll our shooter on, so we got to go thin.
Well, the coach's bench
I don't mind that.
for Carey Einarson is empty as
I think so. Do you like
Reed
that?
Crothers
Yeah.
has
Like
left
third?
and headed back to the
Like we could
hotel to
lie
prepare for tonight's game
That looks hard. Okay.
against Matt Dunstone, or later this afternoon, 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 Pacific. Rematch last year's final in Fredericton. Crothers looking to defend against Dunstone, 5 p.m. Eastern time.
Well, that makes really good sense for Reed. The timeout in this half has been used. He can't impact the game anymore. And for him and his team, he also has to remember that he needs to be there for them.
Oh, look at this. So good.
Really good. Great shot, Tracy. Really
Keep an eye on that rock. That could change this entire game.
Goodbye, Cole.
So first indication here, Kathy, is, if I saw it correctly, to play down to the stones at the back of the 4. Would you ever think of just trying to eliminate some stones, play a hit, make that double on those two in the 4 foot?
I mean, you could, but if you make that, you're probably setting up a double and giving 2. If you come right into the mix, there's still a potential of stealing.
Okay.
Too much ice.
We can always
It
bring
gets
it in
in
here
like
and
a
I can
little
sweep
trough,
or Trent
yeah.
can sweep it if you want.
Maybe a touch less.
Oh, just a smidge.
Yeah.
That's that looks good.
Yeah.
You got
Gives
it.
it a little more time to get out of it.
Try not to move that red very far, because then it'll be an easy double.
Feels nice. It's good. Fine size. A little down if anything.
Skip stones here
wait
at
only,
9.
you can go.
Tied
Easy.
at 6.
Line's good. Wait
line.
straight. Whoa. Room. Weight's really good. Running like it's hot. Back 4. Whoa then. T-line. Really close. Curl. Still back 4. Curl knife. Or curl. Back
Gonna
4.
take a little rub off this. No.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Okay.
I thought they'd throw another guard, but obvious trouble here.
Perfect. Yeah. Just sits in that trough.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
you
I'd
leave the
rather-
free. Yeah, this is less likely to leave like a free. Yeah,
I think
okay.
so. Here with peel.
Okay.
The really bad news after this double is made, and
Half or
I'm
off?
assuming
Yep. Okay, I thought
Even a little less.
all the reds should be lined right up. How do you? There's no pocket to freeze to.
Come with the in, just less ice, please. Half a rocket.
Okay. You can hit it a little thin, right?
Might be a triple to give
No, I
up
don't
a
wanna
draw
go
for
behind
2,
the
but
tee, though.
I kind of like
you
the
can,
out turn.
honestly, but-
Sorry? I like the out turn. You do? Okay, yeah.
I like this.
How do you think it's going to run?
I think that's max ice for me, Trace.
Okay.
That's what I gave you to hit a quarter. Small half's good.
Yeah. On center, it should be a little less folly.
How do you think it's going to run?
try to stick this.
wherever
I'd
Okay.
actually go the other way,
How you
Kath,
throwing it?
and then you'd line up the 3 reds.
Got it.
This way you're going to roll, you're going to be a little bit left. There'll be a simple double, but I guess they'll be happy with that too.
Big peel.
Boy, here in the 9th, trying to set themselves up for a very, very big end.
Clean. Slow. Clean. Yep.
And got them both. Wow. Now, what's your hope? To just cut them down to 2 if you can. And I don't even know if that's possible. Can you
Well,
remove?
There's a very easy double, but you're giving them 3.
3.
Kind of right where, we talked
Gee
about.
whiz. One shot, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Could have guarded it both times, really.
Line call.
But keep in mind that one Tracy Fleury made, right? That should go on the scoreboard now.
Mm-hmm.
That's that extra point.
Coming off the back of the guard,
yeah. That was a great shot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really see much else.
Yeah.
And
I
let
think
you.
probably the out.
I mean, you could probably kill 3 if you did that.
Yeah.
You could get, but you gotta throw pretty hard to get this one for how frosty the house is. So.
Okay. I think peel with the out.
Out turn?
Yeah.
Okay. You got it.
Because they're throwing peel, you might take a few liberties here and get that one to go that way. That one's gone. So this red one, the middle red stays. So if you can get it just perfect, you might be able to stay into that type of area. And then Rachel's got, she might hit and roll out to get 2, which would be a massive victory for Einarson.
There's no way all 3 are going.
No.
Okay.
I don't believe so. I don't think there's enough separation on that middle one.
Final stone, Carrie Einarson.
Whoa. Yep.
And this one's thrown from the hip. Burchard all the way with it.
Yep.
Now you just wait and see where they go. And
Nice shot.
no, can't hold the shooter. So it will be an open draw for 3 here in 9.
Yep.
That's good.
Just edge.
On my first, if we ever should have just guarded.
I know.
Ah, there you go.
I don't know if it would have been.
Yeah. And I'll add to that argument.
I was
that
thinking like 14 and a half.
yes, I would have guarded. And you're giving Rachel Homan
He knows that.
2 bullets.
Hit that top right one. Yeah.
Instead of
and
1.
She knows his back, and then I'm having to.
14 and a half.
Okay.
Do you like that?
You can give it to us. It seems like max.
Okay.
I think you got it. Okay. Yeah. Give us a nice extension. We can get it there.
Okay, not quite a 15.
No.
Okay.
You got it.
I'll grab you in the hand so I
Weight's
extend it.
close. Should be there on its
Mine's
own.
great.
You can just
clean it.
Let us know line.
Anywhere.
I don't think you can stay down. Line's great.
In the paint
8,
for 3.
7.
I think you can just clean it.
8, you're on this one.
Okay. 7.
Woulda, coulda, shoulda. And if you're Einarson, had we guarded 9-6, Homan. Well, I'm sure it feels a little better throwing the lead stones right now when you're up by 3. Welcome back on this Sunday afternoon to Oakville 16 Mile Sports Complex Women's Final PointsBet Invitational and Homan with her second 3 of the game, and it comes on a big mistake. Carrie Einarson tried to draw down, and by her own admission, should have guarded. Couldn't put it in the right place, and it leads to a 3. And so now Einarson, desperate, needs 3 to tie and force a draw to the button.
Well, and it's interesting, we were talking at the break, and we wonder if it's as much the teams don't think about how it ends, because you had said to me, Vic, would you ever play the double? And I said, well, you could, but then you set up the double, and then it's just for 2. But in hindsight, 2's pretty good, because then you take your 2 coming home and you draw. You're not trying to steal in an extra end.
Close. 6.
Yeah, so true.
6. Line's good, Round. How's line? Line's great. Has 7. Still there.
Rachel's going to try to choke off the corner guard here. You can't be deep.
Really coming down. Tracy? Really curling. Whoa, Tracy? Weight's good then. Okay.
Gotta die.
Just before the hog line, they yelled 8.
Good.
Okay, good.
Ends up being a 4.
Good shot.
Yeah.
You like another corner? I just think if you go here, we're not shot.
But we have a double. We have a double off our own and roll. I think that's okay. Yeah.
Yeah, use that rock to your advantage.
Top 12 weight.
Try to freeze in there. If Rachel blows those out of there, then you can go around the corner guard.
Later on if we want to.
Hang in on half of it.
Yeah. Okay. You got it. Yeah, close to my second one should be perfect. Yeah, I agree.
Managing the depth of these draws is getting tricky.
Yeah, I like it.
It's a little more than mine. Okay, then come around it.
No, we're good for weight. We're top 12. Can't bounce on this line.
Can't bounce on this line.
Line's getting really good there.
Remember, it was one of her stones too in 9. Remember, she got it out wide. Shannon Burchard
hit the guard.
And hit the guard. She was trying to come in as well, or they could have maybe piled it in a little earlier.
What a great shot.
Like I assume they peel.
Down onto the corner.
Just scratch me. Yeah.
But it's Homan sitting the 2 without last draw.
Peel. No. Clean. No. Clean. You're good. Clean. Nice draw.
Think we loop? Yep. T-line weight.
Okay. Around it? Okay. Yeah. All right. Just a hair more won't hurt it.
Could freeze another one if you get that similar angle.
Oh, here.
It'd be really hard to get it out.
Okay.
They're going to go right around.
What, use the stagger?
Yeah.
Okay.
This will be hard to do because Shannon's almost got to throw hack weight to
Hair
get
more,
this back
weight's
12.
good.
You just don't want to do that.
We're a T-line back 4. Yep. Line's good. Yep. Back 8 if we go then. Whoa.
Emma's really
That's
high.
perfect. Yeah, you're right. Back 4.
Line's perfect. Yep.
Gotta go a bit.
Yep. Yep. Hard.
They're going to have to sneak it by their own. Here they, look at it break. Look at it break.
Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going.
Nice.
It may have just glanced off and comes to a stop. T-line into the 8.
I said that as it was coming down, yeah.
Boy,
That comes off so hard. And you heard them talking about Emma's coming off, and did it ever?
Hard. Hard. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going.
it's one of the best draws of the week right there.
Hard.
As it touched this on the way by, do they wrap it?
Hard. Keep going, keep going.
Oh, it
keep
wrapped
going,
right
keep
around.
going.
Great rushing.
Good sweeping, Val. Looks like she's thinking of running it into it.
Now they need to blow it up.
Hard.
with Tracy Fleury. Sarah Wilkes.
Roller shooter. Beauty. Great shot.
And lovely angle raise to get the top one.
Thanks.
Get away. Take that stagger away.
I didn't know if it was going to.
Tracy 7% higher than Val.
I was like dancing along the side. I'm going to fall so frosty. Great throw, Tracy. Really nice. Plays that. We only have 3 left.
Yeah. Like freeze here?
There or play this one. Or freeze the center one. Because we can double.
Yeah.
Like,
Pretty precise here not to leave a double.
Oh, then
Go,
I like the
go around the center one.
I feel like this is way more precise to the wing.
This one?
Yeah, it is.
It's more. I like to the middle.
Okay. Freeze here.
Yeah. Just more room. Yeah. Sorry, Val.
They've thrown this path a bunch, so
Just
and stay a little on my side.
Yeah.
Anything?
Yeah.
Okay. You got it.
Yeah. It'll be close, but not as good as the wing. Yeah. Like that. Top 4.
Easy line.
Whoa. It's gonna come down.
Top 4. Wait.
Oh my God. Are you good? Did you hit it?
Good. I don't know if I touched it.
Room.
Did you hit it?
Line's good. No, she didn't. I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, line.
Yep. Right to it. Okay, that's fine.
That's what happens with the frost. It gets on your
It
gripper.
gets sticky underfoot and very
I
greasy.
don't think I touched it.
It looked like it hurt.
I have no idea. Sorry. On your elbow?
What? Did you fall on your elbow?
On my elbow and both knees.
Ouch. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
No, didn't touch it.
Oh, we did not hit it.
Now
I
we
don't think
worry
did.
about you, Shannon, but before it's all about the rock.
Is that when Dana fell?
Half rock double here.
Yep. Gotta go, Sarah. Really hard. Really gotta go. Stay with the back. Yep. Really gotta go. Oh!
Wilkes, miscue all the way. And we'll get it. So you got to make them count now if you're Einarson with 2 to go. 9-6. And it really came apart for them. They picked up that early steal. That was the start. Good start. But then in 5, they gave up a 3. Missed an opportunity for 2, Einarson. Gave up a steal of 1 again. Missed chance. And then that 3 in the 9th. That's the glaring error. Readily admitted by Einarson. We should have guarded. And it led to a 3 on the board. So 3 rocks to play for Einarson. They have 1 in the house around 3 o'clock in the 8-foot.
T-line.
Leave
him even.
Game story brought to you by Montana's Barbecue and Bar, Canada's home for barbecue.
Even. Line only. We're already there.
Okay, you
Line only.
gotta bring it deep.
Hard. Or make it steep.
Back here. Keep going.
And going back to sit shot stone. Second stone is that one. Top of the 8.
Pretty good effort. It's a little unpredictable down there.
You're going to try the double here, are they? I think. Thin double?
Probably, knowing Rachel. You the score the way it is, make sure you kill one of them here, so don't be too heroic. But she's been so accurate, I wouldn't doubt that they're going to give this a go. Only way you lose this game is miss it wide, so that would be the only reason you wouldn't try the double. I don't see her missing it narrow.
Yeah, they were perfect at the early event. Saville shootout in Edmonton. Here we go. What do you got? Coming across and then going across the top. So they get rid of 1. So 2 remaining. Have to make them count if you're Einarson, but how do you hide them?
This is a short run.
Yeah, same way, I think.
Make that run.
Yeah.
Around the corner, you're probably never going to be.
Yeah.
You'll be 4th shot, and then it's never going to get in the scoreboard.
The only other option would be like, because then it probably goes here.
I don't know. What do you guys like? Do you like
I think we come and stack right around.
Yeah. The
I think
freezer in the face of ours
It's
is
so
real good.
precise to make that corner one.
Yeah.
I agree. Yep, just same as Val, right back
They're
there.
grasping.
Yeah. Sorry, does this look right?
Yep.
All right, it's a little stickier, so just like a 14.
Yeah, that really Val's was 14 too.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay, so what I threw this side would have been okay, hey?
Yeah.
Want to go a bit? Yeah, you can go for line. T-line's good. Line's good. Stay close. Back four.
Line's perfect.
Queen.
Queen.
Yep.
Yep.
Back four.
Whoa.
Weight's really good. Whoa. Room. Small tap.
Whoa,
then. Whoa.
You
Curl
guys.
if you're heavy.
You're like,
Go around it. Yeah, straight. Whoa.
Oh dear. And it has to settle.
Sorry.
There it's. Can't bring it back.
You guys liked it.
I really liked it.
You can't play the run back now. Because
Sorry, Kara, I liked it.
you take out your own, you give up 3. Put a third red in the paint.
I thought it was less than Val's out of hand.
Yeah, they liked that one. He just kept going.
Val's.
They liked it out of my hand.
Timeout's been called by
But we did.
Homan.
Yeah.
Do you think that that's there?
Well, I guess, yeah. Okay. It looks real flat, but.
We just
Is there anywhere we
freeze
can put
the
it underneath
yellow,
on the
and if
triple?
we're a little heavy, that's okay.
Just have to be literally anywhere here.
I
We
think
just draw back
frozen.
4, right? Out count the one they just threw.
Taking a 5. I got a 14
on the one they just
Yeah,
threw.
we
So
got
it's
the
like
same.
a-
It's fast. Up to speed. Yeah. You can give it to X.
High 14's
a lot, but yeah.
I like the
Right.
call. Rachel's obviously going to go here, but if she doesn't make that, long as she beats this one, this yellow at the back,
Yeah.
Yeah.
then what does Team Einarson do?
We're not into the sludgy stuff that we prefer to do.
It should be nice and slick here.
Yeah.
That's there, slick. Does that worry them with this
What's the
draw,
last time I threw
Kathy?
it, right? Real close.
I have the sense that Rachel's feeling pretty comfortable with draw weight. She's
Okay.
made quite a few of them.
And the front end said, "Look, give it to us."
I like it.
Back 8.
And her draw weight has
Weight's
improved
close, 6. If
from
it's quick,
the
it's all there.
high 60s down to the
Make sure you're yellow in a bit.
low 80s
Eight. Okay.
with her draw
Eight's
weight.
fine. Weight's there. Don't need to.
We're there.
Just gotta stop.
Looks good. Good spot. Good. Good. Perfect.
The team, I don't see anything there for.
No. No, there's nothing there.
Good game. Congrats.
And congratulations to Rachel Homan and the team from the Ottawa Curling Club. They will win the PointsBet Invitational here in Oakville. Wow. Make the final. 9-7.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know how to say it. I feel tired.
Big check to be presented when we come back.
The 2023 PointsBet Invitational is brought to you in part by PointsBet, the official sports gaming partner of Curling Canada. By New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada. By Scotty's Facial Tissue, Canada's #1 tissue brand. And by Home Hardware. Here's how.
Dunstone, Reed Carruthers. There you go, roll it over, got it. Oh, he's got it for 2. Absolutely brilliant. Push it down. How is that? Oh, goodness. And that's when we join you again, 5 p.m. Eastern Time, the men's final rematch of last year in Fredericton as Carruthers looks to win back-to-back. Dunstone, Carruthers, 3 against 5, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. After a very slow start, Rachel Homan and the team put a couple of threes on the board and left nothing for Carrie Einarson, and they pick up the big money of $50,000. That's Scott on the left, Nick on the right. Congratulations, Rachel Homan, Tracy Fleury, Emma Miskew, and Sarah Wilkes out of the Ottawa Curling Club. They are the $50,000 winners. Congratulations. So we'll take a couple of hours now and then join you again at 5 p.m. Eastern for the men's final of this year's PointsBet Invitational. Matt Dunstone against Reed Carruthers from here at 16 Mile Sports Complex in Oakville. And all of it on Canada's sports leader, TSN.